A new working day began inside the beautiful dreamland garden. With two fairies, the fairy of water Ondine and the fairy of fire Sol. However, unlike Ondine, who could easily fly and cast spells, Sol was an elf without wings, so she always had difficulty moving. Even sometimes Sol accidentally caused unexpected incidents, so her mood was very sad. I wish I could be Ondine, having wings to fly freely. As for me, it's okay, these wings that I voluntarily exchanged to the senior for the portal to the Dark Witch. For the portal to the Dark Witch. So, after fulfilling my wish, the senior came to get the wings, as in the agreed contract. But for the sake of the people's peace, I'm willing to do it. So, fighting Sol, even without wings, everything will be fine. Although Sol always tried to appear cheerful, Ondine knew she was under a lot of pressure after losing her wings. Therefore, he always tried to do whatever it took to help Sol get her wings back.
What is this? The magic lamp! That's right. This treasure has the ability to grant all wishes in the world. Great! So Sol is about to get her wings back. Pirate, can you lend us the potion Mermaid? The one with the ability to help anyone who drinks it to move in the sea? Of course, I can give you the potion. But the place to keep this treasure is in the mysterious ship, deep in the ocean. The way there is extremely dangerous. Many people have gone once and never returned. I'm afraid if I let you two go to find it. Pirate, I know you're worried about us, but this is the only way to get Sol's wings back. The wings she sacrificed to protect everyone.
Hearing Ondine's persuasive words, the pirate elf nodded and handed the mermaid potion to the two friends.
I see, but if it is dangerous, you two should hurry to go back. Thank you.
After that, thanks to the potion, Sol and Ondine were able to easily move under the sea. Following the instructions and help of the sea creatures, they finally got close to where the magic lamp was hidden. However, in order to reach the final destination, Sol and Ondine were forced to traverse the tornadoes ahead of them. What should we do? These tornadoes are so big that we can't go through them.
There's a way! My magic bubble will help us get there safely.
Having said that, they used magic bubbles to pass through the tornadoes. However, near the destination, Sol and Ondine were faced with a huge lightning tornado that they could not easily pass through. Even the whirlwinds behind began to surround them. In an emergency moment, Ondine noticed the flickering lights in the middle of the giant tornado. He decided to rush straight into it to find a way out.
Sol, hold my hand. I'll get us out of here.
Okay, I believe in you. Finally, after trying to use magic against the tornado, Ondine and Sol also managed to reach the ship that held the magic lamp.
Who are you? Why arrest us?
I am the Sea Witch, who specializes in gathering the powers of creatures to obtain the ultimate magic. And it's lucky that today I meet the fire and water fairies with powerful magic here. You two will give me more magic to rule this place.
It's not that easy. Sol, let's attack!
saying that Ondine attacked unexpectedly the sea witch and freed both of them. They then quickly teamed up to push the sea witch towards the tornado. However, she was not an easy person to deal with. She immediately pulled them with her. If I'm destroyed, I'll take you two with me too!
Soul, move! Ah!
Saul was pushed towards the ship, but her injuries were so severe that she gradually lost consciousness. When Saul woke up, she was shocked to find herself tied up, and in front of her was Ondine. However, that was a strange Ondine. Ondine, what's wrong with you? Why are you surrounded by the dark magic of the Dark Wizard?
Because I am the Dark Wizard.
Saying that Ondine attacked Saul, but she managed to dodge it. However, Ondine did not give up and continued to shoot spells at Saul. And thanks to that, Saul discovered that her healthy wings that were lost had returned. I have wings? But how could it be? Ah!
You seem happy to have wings, don't you? So what if I destroy it and destroy you too?
No, Ondine, don't! Or I'll have to handle you!
Try it. I don't believe you can touch me.
Yes, I can't hurt you. But I can hurt the person behind you!
What? Ah!
As it turned out, by the light of the scepter, Saul knew the sea witch was controlling Ondine and quickly defeated her. And finally, they returned to the ship containing the magic lamp. Ha ha ha! What talented descendants of the Light Fairy tribe who dare to overcome their own challenges and fears many times to come here.
Are you still alive? Then why? Why do you have a magic lamp in your hand?
Because I am the owner of the magic lamp, as well as the one who challenged the two of you on the way here. I want to make sure if the person who was going to be granted the wish was worth it. And with what you've shown, I'd be happy to grant you the wish you desire, which is to get the wings you want. Having said that, the sea witch cast a spell, and many colorful fishes appeared on Saul's side. Now, choose a pair of wings based on the color of this magic fish, and it will be yours. That's how is it? Thank you.
Long, long ago, fire and water were two opposing elements, and they could never blend, no matter how hard they tried. On 1,000 years volcanic mountain that had lived a tribe of lava beings. Each one of them radiated a fiery aura, and their personalities were somewhat fierce and intense. However, among them, Prince Pyro was calm and gentle person. Unlike any other, the lava tribe's duty was to control the flow of lava beneath the Earth's surface, and even during eruptions, to ensure the peace of all living things. But under the depths of the ocean, the water tribe had a different perspective.
Marina, my child, stay away from the lava tribe. They bring danger and misfortune. The love between the two tribes was particularly forbidden, a legacy passed down through countless generations.
Father, don't worry. I'm not that easy to sway.
Marina, the sole daughter of the Water King, inherited her father's power, making her incredibly formidable. However, the tale had nothing extraordinary to tell until one day, during Pyro's practice atop the fiery Pyro Mountain. A sinister shadow named Draven attacked out of nowhere. Draven aimed to seize both lands of the lava and water tribes, seeking to rule the world.
Help! Help me!
Due to Pyro's limited strength, he quickly fell into the sea. It was then that Marina saw him and swiftly pulled Pyro to safety. Pyro was gravely injured, and Marina, didn't know how to help.
I can't get near him.
Marina kept looking at Pyro that way.
He's quite handsome. Wait, did I just say that?
Finally, Pyro began to regain consciousness. The sight of Marina's beauty left him speechless. They quickly got to know each other, and then bid farewell with lingering fondness.
Marina, how dare you defy my words and interact with the lava tribe? I forbid you from ever rising to the surface.
Meanwhile, Pyro continued to climb the volcanic mountain daily, hoping to catch a glimpse of Marina. Marina sent her longing through written messages, using magic to float them above the water's surface. Pyro was overjoyed to receive Marina's letters, and she arranged to meet him in a forest, far from the ocean and the volcano. The following day, Marina escaped her parents and went to see Pyro on the surface. They walked together, but the ancient stone curse held them back from holding hands or being too close.
What is our relationship? Love or just comradeship? When we can't be near each other.
It's all because of the stone curse between our two tribes. I don't know what to do, but I know how to do this. Look!
Ooh. Hot! It's hot!
Huh?
What's happening?
Rushed out of the forest to witness the volcano erupting and lava flowing towards the ocean.
Oh no!
Pyro attempted to control the lava's flow with all his might, but he couldn't contain it.
This is your price you pay for courting the Water King's daughter. I'll destroy this ocean.
Creatures under the sea fled in chaos, and even their castle was being destroyed by the lava flow.
Soldiers, follow me to the surface.
The Water King unleashed his fierce power and attacked the Lava King.
Quickly sink this volcano.
The lava citizen panicked as water inundated their realm, spreading fear and chaos.
Take my final strike.
Yeah.
Stop, Father! I'll go with you. I'll never see Pyro again.
The Water King withdrew his forces, and Marina looked back at Pyro one last time before returning with her father. Marina secluded herself in her room every day.
Get away! I won't eat. Without Pyro, life means nothing.
Seeing his daughter's despair, the Water King couldn't bear it. Pyro was similarly devastated, growing more distant and aggressive, focusing solely on mastering his magical abilities. He who was once joyful and lively had become quick-tempered. Pyro quarreled with others and caused injuries. The distance between fathers and children grew. Both kings were determined to thwart their children's love due to the ancient curse. Marina's longing for Pyro left her weak and drained.
Quickly, get the physicians.
However, the physicians were helpless. At that moment, violent waves rocked the ocean's surface.
You again?
Draven!
Draven weakened both tribes, making it easier to control them. He captured the kings and imprisoned them in a cage. Upon hearing this news, Marina and Pyro couldn't sit still. They met, both looking disheveled after enduring a long separation. Both decided to rescue their fathers from Draven's clutches. In the realm of shadows, the kings still dare not touch each other, fearing the ancient curse.
This will be your last meal.
By nightfall, both kings were hungry. They realized that the curse didn't seem to affect them.
You foolish kings, you believed in a mere legend.
Long ago, at a feast of the gods, Draven was the only one not invited due to his darkness. The Water Tribe's beings danced alongside the Lava Tribe's beings. Out of jealousy, Draven secretly cast a spell that turned the dancing individuals into stone.
Water and lava are incompatible. These two tribes will never unite. If you persist, this world will be destroyed.
Draven, release my father!
I will defeat those kids, then deal with the two of you.
On the outside, Marina and Pyro were attempting to make their way inside. Marina summoned the power of the ocean and fired a torrent of water at Draven, but it had no effect. Pyro summoned his lava power, and he was swiftly defeated by Draven. Marina, step back! I'll use my last power! Pyro created a massive lava pit that engulfed Draven.
I'll take her with me.
Stop! I'm willing to sacrifice myself!
No, I can't! Marina! He embraced Marina and set her down, leaving her with minor burns but not turned to stone. Both realized that the ancient prophecy had no effect. In their joy, Pyro was suddenly struck unconscious by Draven.
Pyro, infuse your strength into me!
Marina knew that taking on Pyro's strength would bring her immense pain, but she became stronger than ever. She swiftly defeated Draven. Marina lifted Pyro and dashed into the castle to rescue their fathers.
We know the truth now.
From now on, nothing can keep the two of you apart.
Today's story ends here. Join us for more wonderful and touching tales by subscribing to WOA Fairy Tale.
In the depths of the human subconscious, angels always perform benevolent deeds, bringing radiance to humanity. But what if one day an angel were to turn malevolent and cruel? Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales channel to discover the outcome. Alicia was the least skilled among the celestial beings. Not only that, but she also refused to learn and consistently projected an air of arrogance and obstinacy. Alicia's daily task was to guide virtuous souls to heaven. Yet, due to her careless disposition, she often lost souls when she brought them to the gates of heaven.
Useless! If you make another mistake, do not blame us.
Alicia could only mutter in frustration before walking away. One fateful day, Alicia captured a soul, and just then, the god of death, Moros, made his appearance.
What do you intend to do?
I shall take this soul down to hell.
This soul belongs to me!
Witnessing Alicia's determination, Moros altered his plan.
Very well. I will entrust this soul to you, and even aid you in collecting many more. All you need to do is bring down the soul tree, the celestial creature.
It's just a tree. It won't affect me. Alright, I agree.
With the agreement settled, Moros pushed the soul back to Alicia, who joyfully transported it to heaven. Thanks to Moros' assistance, Alicia continuously amassed numerous souls, surpassing her fellow angels and leaving everyone astounded. Alicia grew increasingly haughty, looking down on everyone, include Lucius, her close friend.
You can stop following me!
Well done, Alicia. Soon you will receive a significant reward, a new pair of wings.
Thank you, Archangel!
But the contract with Moros had to be fulfilled that very night.
I will execute it meticulously to avoid detection. It's just a tree after all, and it won't harm heaven.
That night, Alicia surreptitiously approached the soul tree and, in the blink of an eye, dismantled it. Alicia raised the root, laughing with delight. Suddenly, a cage descended, entrapping her.
Release me!
You dare defy the rules of heaven!
Please forgive me. I was influenced by someone else.
This is the soul tree, crucial to heaven, and because of your recklessness and insolence, you were unaware of these details.
The gates of heaven closed, and Alicia was officially banished. Wait, Alicia, I will help you regain your position.
I don't need your help.
Alicia wandered aimlessly, now just an obscure goddess.
I brought what you want. I was banished from heaven for this mistake.
Those angels truly do not know how to appreciate talent. Join my team. This hell always welcomes everyone, without discrimination or disdain.
Nowhere else remains for me. Only Moros is willing to assist. I agree.
Moros promptly transformed Alicia into a bona fide angel of death. Every day, Alicia collected souls to transport to hell. One time, when Alicia spotted the soul of a poor old woman hiding, she chased it closely. The soul was intercepted by Lucius, infuriating Alicia. I will take the old lady to heaven, because during her lifetime, she did many good deeds.
You once helped me a lot when I was still an angel, and now you're fighting over a soul with me?
Lucius, thinking Alicia had truly changed her attitude toward him, didn't expect what happened next. Alicia, in a fit of anger, pulled the soul away. Alicia, don't let malevolent forces corrupt your soul. An angel's heart will always belong to you. As the cages gradually filled with more and more trapped souls, everyone cried out in protest, refusing to accept being sent to hell.
Alicia, sooner or later, you will become a true angel of death.
The weaklings in heaven will have their eyes opened.
Alicia continued her vigorous search for souls. In the midst of her determination, a young boy soul collided with her.
Do you know who I am? I am the Angel of Death. Today is my lucky day.
Please help me. I found myself as a soul when I woke up. I just want to bid farewell to my parents one last time. Please, help me.
Alicia was moved and escorted the boy home. Their house was in disrepair, and cries emanated from within as they approached the door. mother sobbed, trying to wipe away her tears, while his father was in despair.
Where is our son? Why hasn't he returned home?
Now they were utterly helpless, clinging to the hope of a miracle. The boy had ventured to the beach to collect small fish for sale, aiming to assist his parents. Unfortunately, a violent wave swept him away.
Angel of Death, please reveal the location of my body to them.
No, it's too late.
Seeing the boy's tear-filled eyes, Alicia relented. Alicia escorted the boy's parents to the beach, where his lifeless body lay.
My son!
Wake up, son!
Angel of Death, please, don't take our only child. I am willing to exchange my soul to save my son.
Alicia was moved by the sacred bond and self-sacrifice of the boy's parents. She no longer cared about her duty as the Angel of Death. She simply cast the spell to return the boy's soul to his body. The boy woke up, and his family rejoiced ecstatically. They thanked Alicia and took the boy back home. Alicia watched with a sense of relief, experiencing happiness for the first time upon receiving such praise.
You dare defy the principles of the Angel of Death!
Moros opened a dimensional door to drag Alicia to hell.
You have betrayed heaven, and now you betray hell. I will drain the life force of the angels and cast you into the 18 layers of hell, with no chance of escape.
As Moros prepared to seal the dimensional door, Lucius unexpectedly leaped forward to confront him.
Lucius!
I will always protect you.
In the past, I was ashamed of my weakness and unworthy of you. I always tried to drive you away, but I truly apologize.
Lucius embraced Alicia, and she finally accepted his love. Moros took advantage of their distraction and launched a counterattack. Alicia rushed to defend them, but Moros quickly overpowered her. Lucius, witnessing this, risked everything to engage Moros. Alicia, seeing the plight of the trapped souls, immediately released them all from their cages.
No!
The souls overwhelmed Moros, releasing their pent-up resentment. Alicia hastily helped Lucius and escaped through the dimensional door. Alicia and Lucius returned to heaven and faced the Archangel.
I deeply regret my foolish actions. I hope you can forgive me.
Your transgressions have been erased by helping the boy's soul return to his body. It was a noble act that angels should perform.
From now on, Alicia would be a responsible angel and live happily with Lucius forever.
Once upon a time, a great battle erupted between demons and angels. The demons, possessing darkness within, were powerful and dominated the war for many years. But when the Archangel united all the angelic tribes, they finally achieved victory and nearly wiped out the entire demon race. Almost, but not entirely. This is the story of Vera, the princess of the underworld demon kingdom.
Little demon, in the end, you're just a child.
Although Vera was a demon, she was still a child without any malicious intent. The Archangel decided to adopt her, despite the objections of other angels. And so, Vera grew up in the love and care of the Archangel and his son, Prince Daniel.
If darkness possesses one's heart, anyone can become a demon. If enough goodness is present, anyone can become an angel. If you subscribe to the WOA Fairy Tales channel, we will reach 1 million. Huh? Did you write something inappropriate in the book, Vera?
Despite the attention from the prince and the Archangel, Vera was still bullied by others. After all, the angels couldn't empathize with her no matter what. Being a demon, Vera always had darkness within her. When her emotions were hurt, the darkness would often manifest, especially when she was teased by the angels. Vera started to feel insecure. She despised her demonic heritage, which made her different and ostracized. As she grew older, Vera developed feelings for Prince Daniel, one of the few people who treated her kindly. Of course, Vera concealed her emotions out of self-consciousness and also because...
Stay away from him, you demon!
How dare a demon like you linger here? Perhaps I was destined to be a demon from the start.
Things took a turn for the worse when Daniel announced his engagement to Lucifer, the princess of another angelic tribe. Daniel's closeness with Vera faded, partly due to his responsibility to the heavenly realm after his father's passing, and partly because...
What is my future husband doing? Stay away from him, or it's best for a demon like you to stay in the underworld.
Lucifer wasn't entirely wrong. A demon like Vera couldn't possibly aspire to be with Daniel. Though her heart was shattered, Vera managed to restrain her outbursts of darkness despite the pain.
Why stay here when the one I love no longer loves me?
Vera decided to return to the underworld to live alone. A demon like her didn't belong in heaven anymore, and she had no reason to stay here. Little did Vera know that some of her kind had not been completely eradicated. There were still a few surviving demons hiding, evading the pursuit of the angels.
Is that the demon princess? I can't believe it! I thought...
It's the royal blood. We're finally saved after all these years.
Vera had never been happier. Surrounding her were eyes filled with admiration, rather than disdain or pity, as in heaven. Soon, Vera was influenced by the mischievous demons. They whispered that the angels treated her poorly and were not as virtuous as they seemed. Vera had to embrace the pride of a demon. Jealousy and spiteful words made it impossible for Vera to suppress her darkness any longer. She decided to lead the demons in an attack on heaven. However, the moment Vera and the demons set foot in heaven, a battalion of angelic warriors led by Lucifer appeared, as if they were already aware of the impending attack. I knew it. A demon will always be a demon. I was right to warn Daniel about you. It turned out that Vera, along with the demons, were thrown into the dungeon, waiting for the day of judgment.
Vera!
Prince Daniel?
I'm disappointed in you. I always thought you could suppress the demonic blood within you. I never expected. Tomorrow is the wedding, and so much has happened. I pleaded for your life, but the demons...
Vera now regrets her actions, but it is too late. I plan to leave. Why did I come back? It's all my fault. I betrayed your trust. Vera's dark nature has diminished significantly due to her remorse and love for Daniel. She decides to flee far away to avoid causing further trouble for the prince. It's not difficult for Vera to escape. She knows the pathways of the heavenly realm since she was young. However, Vera still wants to see her beloved one last time. For that reason, she decides to disguise herself and infiltrate the prince's wedding.
Princess Lucifer, enter the wedding procession.
Huh? Wow, what a beautiful bride!
They make such a perfect couple.
Only she is worthy of the prince. Time has come for Vera to leave. She can't bear to see her loved one hand in hand with someone else. Just catching a glimpse of Daniel erases any regrets she may have.
Is there anyone who objects to this marriage?
I object!
Why are these intruders causing chaos now? It turns out that the attackers at the wedding are the demons themselves.
Lucifer, how dare you deceive us?
Lucifer had always wanted to claim Daniel only for herself. In fact, Daniel held feelings for Vera, which prompted Lucifer to hatch a wicked plan. Knowing about the surviving demons, Lucifer cunningly plotted to manipulate Vera into attacking heaven, causing Daniel to despise Vera.
Lucifer, you promised to convince the angels not to pursue us, and now you abandon us to be judged. You monster, you demon!
So it's true, Lucifer. I married you because you promised to remove the darkness from Vera, to help her no longer be a demon. So, you deceived me?
It was all part of Lucifer's plan from the beginning. She wanted to possess Daniel's love, and further, to use him to rule over all angelic tribes. Enraged by being exposed, Lucifer's inherent wickedness blended with her emotions, transforming her into a full-fledged demon.
Stop, Lucifer. You are an angel. There's still time to turn back.
I don't need to be an angel.
In that moment of heartless harm towards her beloved, the darkness of the demonic nature took hold of Lucifer completely.
Oh heavens, it can't be...
Lucifer's extreme cruelty allowed the evil within her to consume her, transforming her into a demon. A fallen angel of tremendous strength, Lucifer possessed both the power of an angel and a demon, making her unbeatable. I will deal with all of you. I have nothing left to lose. No more angels or demons. No, you won't! Oh, wow! Look who it is! Vera couldn't stay idle any longer. She decided to reveal her true identity. As the princess of the demon realm, Vera was inherently strong, even capable of matching Lucifer's power. A fierce battle ensued, with magical spells flying in all directions, endangering the angels and demons nearby. Vera couldn't ignore the situation. Regardless of everything, Daniel and the Archangel always taught her to become a good person. However, just as Vera was distracted, Lucifer managed to strike her, significantly weakening her. Vera's magic spells grew weaker, and Lucifer easily evaded them. In the end, Vera was finally defeated by Lucifer's cunning and dirty tricks.
Do whatever you want, you demon.
It's not that simple, little demon. Lucifer was not satisfied yet. She wanted Vera to witness her harming Prince Daniel, to make Vera suffer and torment her. Vera couldn't bear to see her beloved being harmed. Knowing that Lucifer would defend against her attacks, Vera knew she had to get close. Vera embraced the fallen angel, pouring all her remaining strength into casting the most powerful spell. And she defeated Lucifer. But Vera herself was too close to the magical explosion.
Vera, why would you do that? My goodness!
Prince, I'm sorry. It's all my fault. If only I hadn't been selfish, things wouldn't have turned out like this.
No, it's my fault. If I hadn't been indifferent, if I hadn't doubted, please, Vera, don't leave me.
Though Prince Daniel expressed remorse, it was too late. But perhaps Daniel had forgotten the story his father once told him.
If darkness possesses one's heart, anyone can become a demon. If enough goodness is present, anyone can become an angel.
Vera, now, you are an angel, free from persecution. Stay in heaven with me.
No, I cannot. You mean well, but I will forever be a demon. That's who I am. But I cannot stay with you if you keep wanting me to abandon my true self. And I must lead my kind. I cannot let them fall into despair again.
Prince Daniel couldn't deny Vera's wish. He also convinced the angelic tribes to reconcile with the demons. After all, it was Vera, the princess of the demon realm, who sacrificed herself to save both races. Under the leadership of Queen Vera, demons no longer committed acts of wickedness. More intriguingly, from time to time, one could witness the Queen of the Demons and the Archangel meeting each other as true kindred spirits.
In the prosperous land of Enmaduret, there lived a gentle queen named Helen, known for her compassionate heart. That's why she was much loved and respected. However, hidden behind her cheerful appearance, Queen Helen was childless, which brought her sorrow all the time. King Adonis, her husband, loved her deeply, but he could do nothing more for her but pray to the gods. Unexpectedly, sometime later, Queen Helen became pregnant, which brought immense joy to the entire palace. After 9 months and 10 days, Queen Helen struggled to give birth to a little princess whom she named Midori. To everyone's surprise, the baby was born with pale green skin, causing chaos in the palace. The queen looked at her daughter in astonishment, unable to speak, but her own health was exhausted, and she sighed and passed away, leaving the entire kingdom in mourning and sorrow. From that moment on, King Adonis was hurtful and had less favorable feelings towards Princess Midori. 18 years later, Midori had grown into a beautiful, talented, and kind princess, much like her late mother. However, all the palace servants kept their distance from her because they thought she had been the reason why their benevolent queen was no longer in the world. Especially since she was a kid, Midori had possessed a magical power whose origin she hadn't known. nor why her father, the king of the land, forbade her from using it. With this power, she desired to help people and animals around her, but each time she did so, it always led to trouble. Once, while practicing archery, a sudden gust of wind caused her arrow to veer off course, heading towards a bird. She quickly used her magic to alter the arrow's trajectory, saving the bird from being harmed. As she embraced the bird, her father, the king, appeared. His face turned red with anger.
I strictly forbid you from using magic. Why are you so disobedient?
But father, if I didn't use magic, this bird would have died.
You don't understand anything. Your magic is the cause of all our misfortunes.
He ordered her to be locked in her room and forbade her from leaving. Midori felt sad and angry with her father.
Father is so unreasonable. If magic can help all living creatures, why would he prohibit me?
Staying locked in her room for too long, Midori couldn't bear the confinement. So when the king didn't pay attention, she decided to escape from the palace. While wandering, she witnessed a pack of ferocious wolves attacking a young ship in a village. Without hesitation, she used her magic combined with her green skin to intimidate the wolf and protect the sheep. The wolves fled, and the lambs were safe. Midori felt satisfied with her action, but to her surprise, the villagers misunderstood her as a monster who was trying to eat their sheep.
Look, everyone, the monster is harming our ship.
They approached her with sticks to drive her away. Midori couldn't explain and only knew to run away quickly. She returned to the palace, butchered and bruised. The servants looked at her with fear and avoided her like the plague. Except for Maurice, her loyal attendant, who always stayed by her side, caring for and comforting her. The king, upon knowing Midori's use of magic and the ensuing events, punished her once again. She constantly clashed with the king due to his unreasonable rules. Midori always felt very sad and lonely.
Why does my father always prevent me from using magic? Doesn't he care about these innocent creatures?
Maurice could only comfort the princess, helping her ease the inner sorrow.
Princess, I believe the king must be hiding something. Or else, why would he forbid you from doing such good things?
Hearing Maurice, Midori couldn't help but doubt her father, the one she loved the most. One day, when the king was away, Maurice and Princess Midori discovered a secret room in the palace. Getting inside, they found glass containers holding tormented souls, screaming in hopeless despair.
It's a pity for those kind souls. Does the king keep them here to use as ingredients for dark magic?
According to Maurice, when these tormented souls gathered during a lunar eclipse, the person who possessed them would gain boundless power. It seemed the king had been preventing Midori from using her magic to protect his own dark plans. In that room, Midori suddenly discovered a secret treasure chest.
That is the magical bead necklace containing the most powerful magic left behind by the benevolent Queen Helen for the princess. And only you are the true owner who can touch it. Princess, please release those unfortunate souls. It is perhaps the queen's wish for you to do so.
Witnessing the poor souls trapped in the glass containers, Midori couldn't help but feel sympathy. Driven by her compassionate heart, Princess Midori takes the bead necklace, and its power radiated from her. Miraculously, her magic spread throughout the room, lifting the glass containers that held those souls, floating them in the air. Surprisingly, the glass containers converged into one point and shattered completely. The liberated souls transformed into a radiant light and ascended into the sky. Princess Midori was overjoyed to have helped these souls, but suddenly Maurice smirked and smiled cunningly.
My naive and fool princess, you've helped me fulfill my wish.
It turned out that those souls were not kind-hearted beings, but magical demons created by Maurice and subjugated by the king. Years ago, Maurice led these dark spirits to attack Queen Helen with the goal of obtaining the magic bead necklace, believing it would make her the most powerful being in the world. The timely intervention of the king ruined her plan. But she cunningly sealed the dark force within Queen Helen. Then, she swiftly escaped. Little did anyone suspect that she had been hiding all this time, disguised as a servant, to approach the princess. She exploited the rift between the king and his daughter to accomplish her sinister objectives.
You cunning woman, deceiving me for your own ambition?
Maurice was really joyful with her successful ambition. She clapped her hands, summoning the dark spirits, who transformed into terrifying malevolent entities. The malevolent spirits gathered around Maurice, empowering her further. Maurice used her magic to wound Midori and took the valuable bead necklace from her. She was about to eliminate the princess when suddenly the king rushed to shield his daughter. The king was furious that his daughter had fallen into Maurice's trap, but he still loved and cared for his only child.
Maurice, it was her who used magic to curse Queen Helen while she was pregnant with you, causing your strange green skin, and I didn't want you to face the same fate as your mother. I can't believe all this time you've been right in front of me.
You've only realized it now, but it's already too late. I now possess the most powerful, malevolent souls within me, along with this magical bead necklace. What can you possibly do to me? Do you even know what that magical bead necklace you're holding really is?
In an instant, the bead necklace in Maurice's hand transformed into water and dissipated. Princess Midori raised the genuine necklace and said,
When you revealed your true self, I had already swapped the precious necklace. Did you think I would let you get a hold of this valuable bead necklace?
Maurice angrily attacked the princess, but the king shielded his daughter in the nick of time. The king was injured and fell down amidst the chaos, protected by his daughter's actions. He had never said it before, but he always loved his daughter unconditionally.
I'm always proud of you, my dear.
Princess Midori, looking at her wounded father, felt regret for her past disagreements with him. She realized that she needed to be strong. Holding the bead necklace in her hand, Midori summoned the radiant souls, merging them into herself, and her power surged exponentially. Maurice was showing no fear of the princess, continued to mock and despise her as a weak girl. Before Maurice could finish her words, the light of righteousness from Princess Midori enveloped her, preventing any counterattack. Maurice was sealed within a glass container, without being able to escape forever. After dealing with her enemy, Princess Midori approached her wounded father. His sacrifice made Midori realize the need to be stronger. Princess Midori decided to leave the palace and continue her mother's path, traveling to help people all over the kingdom.
No, Lucifer, please! Please don't go, Lucifer! Huh? It's that strange dream again! Who is that man?
Although she didn't know who he was, Hannah had a special feeling about him.
Hannah, why are you still here at this moment? It's almost time to set off.
Yes, Mother. Where's Haley?
Your younger sister is eagerly waiting there.
Mother, won't you tell her?
If your sister finds out that she has to become the bride of hell instead of heaven, she will mess everything up.
Hannah and Haley were twin princesses, but their personalities were completely opposite. On the day of their blessing, Hannah was fortunate to receive the blessing of an angel, destined to become an angel's bride. However, when it was Haley's turn, the Lord of Hell suddenly appeared. No one there, not even an angel with enough power to fight against him. Therefore, they had to accept that he would do whatever he wanted.
Haley, my beautiful princess, you will have a strong personality, and I will have a bride of hell.
As they grew up, while Hannah was obedient and loved by everyone, Haley was extremely mischievous and constantly caused trouble, making everyone frustrated and helpless. However, thinking about the fact that Haley would become the bride of hell in the future, the king and queen couldn't punish her. Because they didn't want Haley to disrupt the wedding ceremony, they decided to keep the secret with only let Hannah know the truth. Both sisters were placed on two different carriages. One flew to heaven, and the other went directly to hell. To deceive Haley, the king had the carriage designed in such a way that it could transform without letting the one inside notice. After the two carriages were brought to the sacred cliff, everyone had to leave. Suddenly, Haley let out a loud cry. Worrying for her sister, Hannah immediately got out of her carriage. Suddenly, Haley had waited outside and struck her sister unconscious. It turned out that Haley had accidentally heard the conversation that night and knew everything. Unwilling to accept her fate, she had come up with a plan to switch places with her sister. When Hannah woke up, she found herself in hell.
Oh, my bride has awakened. Welcome to hell.
There seems to be a misunderstanding here. I am Hannah, not Haley. I am not the bride of the underworld.
There is no mistake at all, because my bride is the only one that can pass through that destiny bridge.
I don't know how, but I truly do not belong here.
Hannah wanted to leave, but he immediately stopped her.
If you dare to leave, I will ruin your entire kingdom.
How dare you?
Oh, it seems like you've forgotten that I am the Lord of Hell, haven't you? However, if you stay here for 1 month, and if you still wish to leave after that, I will let you go.
Are you trying to deceive me?
What would I gain from deceiving you? This is hell fruit, my dear. Whenever you change your mind, just eat it. You'll be shared a part of my power.
Although she didn't know what he was planning, Hannah knew there was still a chance to return, so she reluctantly listened to him. Thought that she would endure great suffering, but when she saw the room Lucifer had prepared for her, Hannah was extremely surprised. It was nothing different from her room before. Suddenly, Belial, the second most powerful devil in hell just after Lucifer, appeared and approached Hannah. Belial seemed to sympathize greatly with Hannah and gradually gained her trust.
I don't really understand. You're a devil, yet you're treating a human like me so kindly? Because you're interesting. You're the first human daring enough to stay here in hell.
Suddenly, Hannah felt extremely uncomfortable.
What's wrong with you, Hannah? I don't know, Bella. I have just felt these sudden, sharp pains in my body recently. I didn't want to tell you this earlier because I was afraid you would worry, but it's time you have to know. What is it? Please tell me. I've heard that your sister, after the unauthorized switch, was discovered and punished by the angels. Because you are identical twins, you can feel her pain. Oh no, I have to help her, but Lucifer won't easily let me leave hell. What should I do now? I can help you. If you help me, will you be punished by him? And will he do anything to my family? When you arrive in heaven, the angels will protect you and your family. As for me, I might face consequences, but it's okay, because I'm one of the most important demons in hell.
Hearing that, Hannah felt somewhat relieved. Indeed, with Belial's help, Hannah could easily escape from hell.
I'm really grateful to you, Belial. There's one more thing. Although you're the bride of heaven, you've spent some time in hell. They may make it a little bit difficult to you. Angels are known for their strict rules. I'll give you a bit of magic to use when necessary. After all, it's better to be prepared, isn't it?
Without hesitation, Hannah accepted Belia's offer and received a source of power from her. Then, she quickly ascended to heaven on a golden staircase. However, as she was about to enter, a gatekeeper blocked her.
I am Princess Hannah, the bride of the angels. I need to enter.
You have hell smell. You're not allowed to step inside.
Although Hannah tried her best to persuade, the gatekeeper remained adamant. Without other choices, Hannah had to use the power that Belia had given her to distract the gatekeeper. Thanks to that, she was able to sneak inside. Using their twin telepathy, she could quickly locate her imprisoned sister.
Haley, it's me. Are you all right? Sister, how do you know I'm here? And what happened to your eyes? I'll explain everything later. Let's get out of here quickly.
However, before they could leave, they were discovered by the angels. Knowing that they couldn't escape, Hannah pleaded sincerely. With her sincerity, angels finally accepted to forgive her sister. But on one condition, that she had to cleanse all the demonic power within her with holy water. Knowing that it would be painful, but for her sister, Hannah agreed to undergo the cleansing ritual. However, Hannah didn't realize that Belia's intention was not as simple as lending her strength. In reality, Belia wanted to turn her into a true devil. The holy water began corroding Hannah's body. Suddenly, Lucifer rushed in from nowhere and got Hannah out of the way. Getting too much holy water made Lucifer's power significantly weaken. The appearance of Lucifer in heaven's domain alerted the angels, who immediately attacked him. Lucifer tried to fight against them while helping Hannah recover from her injuries.
What are you doing? Why are you saving me?
Because I love you.
Before Hannah could react, Lucifer placed a small gem on her forehead, and a rush of memories flowed into her mind immediately. The images of Hannah and Lucifer in the old days appeared right before her eyes. She saw their past as angels, living happily together. Until the day Lucifer turned into a fallen angel. Though Hannah did not follow him, she obstructed other angels to help him escape. As a result, she lost her powers and was banished from heaven. As Hannah remembered everything, Lucifer's strength continued to exhaust. She suddenly remembered the hell fruit that Lucifer had given her. Hannah took it out and bit. Immediately, she felt the power of hell flowing inside her. She quickly took Lucifer out of heaven and brought him back to hell safely.
Have you been planning everything all along to make me the bride of hell? The curse that year, in reality, meant for me, and Haley was just the one who would help you accomplish that.
Yes, I've done everything because I love you. I want you to be by my side and rule this hell with me.
I still don't get it. Why you choose the path of becoming a demon? Isn't being an angel better?
Humans always have both good and evil sides. Some choose the path of being good because they fear punishment more than they embrace goodness.
So you want to be the Lord of Hell to punish the evil?
Gained to know his ideals, Hannah decided to stay in hell with him and enjoy their happy days together. As for Belia, for deceiving Hannah and trying to harm her, Lucifer placed a permanent curse on her, making her forever bound to obey Hannah. For a powerful devil, serving someone weaker was a profound humiliation.
Wow! The sisters of Moon Goddess and the Sun Goddess really loved one another. I really admired their sisterhood. To be bound together like that, they also had to overcome many challenges together. Do you want to know more about their story? Yes, quickly tell me!
Once upon a time, in the high sky far away, where the Moon Goddess and the Sun Goddess lived, they together brought the light to the people every day. The people were really grateful to the glorious light in the daytime of Hera, the Sun Goddess. But they somehow prefer the gentle light at night of Lena, the Moon Goddess. That made the Sun Goddess a little bit jealous with her younger sister. Thanks for the light of the goddesses, the people didn't have to worry about the demon, which usually worked at night. Therefore, they really hated the Moon Goddess because her light frightened them, making them not dare to get out of the cave.
We can't leave it like this. If everything kept going, we can only live cowardly in this cave forever. We have to find the way to steal the Moonstone, and if it really happens, we will be the ruler of this world.
Yes, my White King.
You're always right!
The sun goddess and the moon goddess took turns to go to the temple to control the magic stones, making the light shine everywhere. That day, after the daytime ended, the sun goddess left for her sister to come and control the moonstone at night. Before leaving, she could see the figures of the little demons who snuck into the temple. But for the jealousy with her sister, and she also thought that they could do nothing, she left without hesitation. After leaving for a while, the moon goddess hastily ran towards here.
Hera, I don't know why, but my moonstone disappeared. What should I do?
The stone disappeared, so the moon goddess couldn't bring light to the world every night. The demons became more and more overbearing. They sabotaged everywhere. Meanwhile, the moon goddess became weaker and weaker. The sun goddess finally could realize her mistake.
Lena, that's all my fault. Who caused this mess? Hera, what are you talking about? I don't understand. That day before I left, I saw a couple of demons who snuck into the temple, but I despised them because I thought that they could do nothing. And I was a little bit jealous with you because everyone loved you more. So I ignored them, allowing them to steal the stone. Lena, that's all my fault. I don't ask for your forgiveness. I just hope that you will get well soon. Sister, I don't blame you. You're forever my valued sister. No, I cannot stand here and see you weaker like this. I will go find the stone for you. Lena, stay here and maintain the light for everyone. No, it's not okay. When you leave the stone, you will be weaker. I won't let you be in danger like that. Don't worry, Lena. I will be all right. I'm not afraid of dangers, provided that you and others will be safe.
Ignoring all the dangers, the sun goddess set out to find the moonstone to correct her mistake. After giving the stone for her sister to watch, the sun goddess left with her little weak power. She gently looked at the sky. There was only a dim light from the night sky, making the sun goddess regret more and more.
I have to find a stone quickly.
She tried to go as fast as possible towards the high mountain where the demons lived. The goddess crossed the forest and she was blocked by a magma river. She tried to use her weak power, but she couldn't move that river. She suddenly came up with an idea. She used all of her power to move the big stones and threw it into the river. Then, she jumped on the stones to cross that river. However, the last stone was shaken because the magma river was boiling. She almost slipped off. Luckily, she quickly jumped to the bank. After that, she reached a really high mountain and she had to climb up by herself. There were a couple of times when she almost slipped, but fortunately she could grab the vines on the cliff and climb up safely. Getting to the top of the mountain, she quickly entered the cave and was surrounded by the demons.
Look who just came! Hera, you are just a weak goddess now. You think that you can fight against us? We will defeat both of you and quickly rule this world.
Don't ever dream about it!
The sun goddess was there to fight against the demons, but at that time, she was no match for them. She was severely damaged. Then, they tied her up. The demon king lighted a fire and threw it right next to her. The fire gradually caught her, giving her a burning sensation.
I will break this stone. From now on, the world will never be able to see the moonlight again.
The sky was shaking. The sun goddess screamed in pain. Suddenly, there was a light that surrounded her, giving her the power to escape from the tide and rush towards the stone, and she could catch it. Ignoring all the attacks of the demon, she held the stone so tight, but she was still knocked out far away. Then, the stone was crushed by the Demon King. At that moment, the Moon Goddess was also exhausted due to the crush of the stone. But feeling that her sister was in danger, she still used her last power to throw the Sunstone towards her sister. Sitting beside the broken stone and thinking about her weak sister, about all the species which were in danger, the Sun Goddess burst into tears. Her tear dropped at the stone, making the pieces fly up and combine together. At that very moment, the Sunstone also came from nowhere. The two stones started to merge. A light covered the Sun Goddess and the power came back to her. Immediately, an aura also covered the whole space. The Moon Goddess appeared right next to her sister. The two goddesses together performed the last attack, knocking the Demon King and the demons out far away, bringing back the glowing night sky for the world. After defeating the demons, Vera gave the stone back to her sister. They shared a really warm and happy hug. The Sun Goddess and the Moon Goddess came back. From that moment, all the people lived in peace and prosperity forever after. The magical world of Fairywood was the home of magical creatures with special powers. Therefore, Fairywood High School, the School of Magic, is always the most coveted place, with its crucial mission to train young individuals in using magic skills in their lives. Those girls should learn how to control their power better. However, in that school, there were still exceptional cases, such as Katie, a girl with an outstanding beauty but lacking magical abilities. Believing that every child deserved a chance to learn, especially a well-behaved and kind girl like Katie, the principal agreed to admit her to the school. Nevertheless, Katie still doesn't truly believe in herself as she feels different from everyone else in the school. One afternoon, while looking for a place to eat, a mischievous elf played a prank on her, preventing her from going anywhere. Suddenly, the elf was magically dressed in a beautiful princess gown, making him embarrassed, and he ran away.
Are you okay? That elf likes teasing beautiful girls a lot. I told Karen to give him that dress. It looks nice. Why, I haven't known you.
Oh, you're the girl without magic, as the rumors say.
Yeah, it's me.
They are the Fairy Meanies, a group which consisted of the three most beautiful, stylish, and famous girls at Fairywood High. The adorable Fairy Karen created the most dazzling clothes, but she wasn't very smart. Next was the elf Gretchen, who could hear every rumor in the school. Finally, the Vampire Queen, Regina, with the ability to manipulate and enchant, no one dared to oppose her. Regina found Katie beautiful and, feeling sorry for her lack of magic, came up with an idea.
We want to invite you to have lunch with us every day for the rest of the week.
Oh, let me tell you one thing. Our signature color is pink.
You should know that this is an honor.
The warmth, kindness, and beautiful appearance of the Fairy Meanies made Katie want to be friends with them.
Okay, then see you tomorrow.
Great, see you tomorrow.
In addition to wearing pink, The girls must always share stories with each other and not betray one another. Playing with the fairy meanies, Katie received enthusiastic care and support, helping her transform into a fashionable and trendy person. The four always had fun together and shared their story. Gradually, Katie adapted and changed, becoming more beautiful and confident. Then, no one cared that Katie didn't have magic anymore. Everyone admired her, and many boys wanted to pursue her. However, Katie secretly had feelings with another boy, the handsome and strong Aaron. People in the school noticed Aaron and Katie becoming closer, and rumors about their relationship started spreading throughout the school. And as usual, the rumor quickly reached Gretchen's ears. She quickly gathered the fairy meanies to talk.
Katie, I heard that you like someone. Is that true? Oh, you guys already know. It's Aaron. Oh my, is that Aaron? He used to be Regina's ex-boyfriend.
That situation made Katie uncomfortable because she didn't want her feelings to hurt Regina and affect their friendship.
Katie, it's okay. That's in the past. You just go ahead with Aaron.
Touched by Regina's kindness, Katie felt even more affectionate towards that group of sisters. To become closer to Aaron, Katie tried to create more private time for both of them by approaching and pursuing Aaron after classes. After that, Katie continued to spend time getting closer to Aaron. The two shared beautiful feelings, and Katie decided to confess her love. On the day Katie planned to confess, she confided in the fairy meanies just when Regina hadn't arrived yet, so only Karen and Gretchen knew. Both initially supported her, but suddenly Gretchen heard a strange rumor.
Look, Aaron is dating Regina again.
Gretchen quickly told Katie about the rumor she just heard, preventing her from confessing to Aaron. Katie didn't believe the rumor, but then she saw Regina holding hands with Aaron. Feeling betrayed, Katie became furious and confronted Regina, asking why she changed her previous words.
I'm just reclaiming what's mine, Katie.
After spending some time with Katie, she became more beautiful, and people started to adore her despite lacking any special abilities. This made Regina resentful and feel threatened in her position as the leader at Fairywood High. Therefore, Regina manipulated Aaron's feelings towards her to make Katie feel devastated and sad. Katie couldn't believe it, and her anger escalated to the point where she tightly grasped Regina's hand, causing her pain. Taking advantage of the situation, Regina pushed Katie away and pretended to fall to the ground to frame her.
Katie, don't be angry like that. Aaron doesn't like you. It's not my fault.
The students witnessed Katie seemingly aggressively pushing Regina down, leading to a wave of oppression against her. From that day on, Katie no longer played with the fairy meanies, and no one wanted to be near her because of the incident with Regina. At that point, she was more confident and no longer cared about what others thought. The incident was quickly forgotten as the Spring Sailing Festival approached, the day when Fairywood High would vote for the girl everyone liked the most, who would then become the queen and possess the magical crown. For this queen title, Regina was the most desiring. She tried to train, maintain a low-calorie diet, and take care of herself to become the queen. Because the competition required fairness, the principal casted a spell on the entire school, prohibiting all students from using magic until the day of the festival. Katie also decided to participate in Spring Cling to assert herself and partly to hope that people would understand her true self better. On the day of the festival, everyone dressed elegantly, enjoying the festive atmosphere. And then, the most awaited moment of the night arrived. the award ceremony with the presence of the two most beautiful girls at Fairywood High, as expected, Regina and Katie.
You can't possibly win against me, Katie.
Huh? Congratulations, Katie!
Regina was shocked upon hearing the result. Regina's strange behavior before the festival made Katie suspicious, and indeed, the results were manipulated by Regina. Katie was determined not to let herself be disadvantaged that time. Regina, furious, rushed to snatch the crown from Katie. Katie was cornered by Regina. Just as Regina lunged at Katie, she managed to dodge the attack, but Regina was propelled forward. At that moment, Katie, still kind-hearted, extended her hand to help Regina, but Regina, driven by greed, tried to grab the crown. The audience witnessed the entire incident and shouted vehemently against Regina.
Regina is wicked. She doesn't deserve to be the spring-siling queen.
The crowd's opposition infuriated Regina, prompting her to use her power to manipulate, silencing everyone.
Everyone be silent!
Katie realized Regina's intention and immediately used the magic from the crown to thwart Regina. The principal immediately sealed Regina's powers again and reclaimed the magical crown.
The spring sealing queen is Katie!
Sadie became the most famous girl and an icon of the perfect girl for everyone. Regina was banned from using magic, was avoided by everyone, and faced mockery after the Spring Siling Festival.
Now no one will help you, Regina, the wicked one.
Suddenly, the mischievous elf wore in a cute princess dress, made him embarrassed, and run away once again.
Are you okay, Regina? Karen's dress looks stunning on him.
Although Regina had behaved poorly, she now received help from these friends, making Regina touched.
After all the selfish things I've done, you still forgive me? Everyone makes mistakes, Regina. What matters is that we acknowledge them and strive to be better. I'm sorry for being mean. Forgive me. Fairy meanies forever! Fairy meanies forever!
What if a beautiful girl is cursed and turned into a monster? Subscribe to the WOA Fairy Tales channel to find out the result. Once upon a time, in a kingdom nestled beside a forest, there was a beautiful princess named Jude. Her hair flowed gracefully like the Milky Way, and her eyes sparkled like stars.
Greetings, beautiful princess.
The princess will surely become the most beautiful woman in the future.
Jude was dearly loved by her king father, granting her the freedom to explore the world. During one of her wanderings in the forest... Jude cried out, trying to use everything around her to escape the trap.
What should I do? Is there anyone who can save me? Stay away from me, you terrifying demon!
The demon used some recently learned magic to free Jude from the trap. Jude learned that the little demon's name was Oak, and he lived in this forest. I'm delighted to make friends with you.
You have no friends here. Lowly demons can never belong in the same world as humans. Understand?
As time passed, Jude grew up to become a graceful and beautiful princess.
This beauty of mine must be reserved for someone worthy.
Jude rejected all marriage proposals, setting her heart on Prince Zatal of the neighboring kingdom. She hadn't met Zatal yet, but everyone spoke highly of him, saying he was both wise and kind-hearted. Jude's admiration for Zatal reached his ears.
Prepare the betrothal gifts. I shall propose to her.
As predicted, Jude gladly accepted Zatal's proposal. After the engagement, the two kingdoms hurriedly prepared for the wedding, and the citizens were ecstatic about the union of the talented and beautiful couple.
This is the engagement necklace. I want to give it to you.
Put it on me quickly, Zatal!
As soon as Jude wore the necklace, she immediately struggled and transformed into a monster before everyone's eyes.
Huh? She's the creature cursed to transform and destroy the kingdom. The king was complicit in her actions.
Wicked demon, let's get rid of it!
Get out of here!
Terrified, Jude tried to remove the necklace from the goblet. At that moment, the demon lord appeared, dispersing the citizens and taking Jude away. The demon lord carried Jude deep into the forest, away from lurking dangers.
Who are you? Why did you save me?
The demon lord smiled and recalled their past, when they were both children and he had rescued her from a trap.
You're Oak, aren't you?
Back in Jude's kingdom, when her father was driven away, Zatal seized the opportunity to become king, uniting the two kingdoms.
Thank you for helping us defeat the monster.
But ever since Zatal's reign, the people's lives were never happy. He imposed strict laws, preventing the citizens from trading with others outside the kingdom, and the food supplies were rationed, causing hunger and sickness. Seeing this, Jude felt deeply distressed.
I want to return and punish that wicked Zatal, but with this appearance, I even find myself repulsive. How can the people accept me?
Seek the forest's wizard.
Why do you keep following me? Just go away.
The forest wizard, my magic teacher, will help you break the curse.
Take me there.
So Oak led Jude to the dwelling of the forest wizard. The difficulties they faced on their journey made them understand each other better. Finally, Oak and Jude arrived at the cave of the forest wizard.
You want to break the curse, don't you? How do you know? Once the necklace is worn, it cannot be taken off. The only way is to use the blood of someone who truly loves you to unlock it.
Hearing the wizard's words, Jude fell into despair. You will find that person for sure.
With this hideous appearance, who would dare to love me?
As she grieved, Oak presented a small chest before her. Inside the box was a precious hairpin, a gift from her late mother, cherished by Jude for a long time.
I've been searching for it for so long. Why did you?
I found it when you discarded it and kept it until now.
It clearly fell here. Thank you for taking care of it so carefully.
Looking at the battered hairpin, Jude realized that appearances did not determine one's true nature. And Oak, the demon lord she had always looked down upon, turned out to be reliable, kind-hearted, and far better than those handsome and scheming individuals.
Oak, help me reclaim the kingdom.
Under the cover of night, Jude sneaked into the kingdom. Jude transformed into a monstrous figure, frightening the soldiers.
The demon is back!
Quickly defeat her!
Painful memories from the past resurfaced, leaving her paralyzed. Everyone calm down! Jude has returned to help you escape Zatal's tyranny! Didn't life become even more miserable after Zatal took the throne?
We want freedom! Let us help!
Jude was overjoyed as she directed the citizens to attack from the outside, while she and Oak infiltrated the castle to confront Zatal. As Jude and Oak entered the hall, Zatal unexpectedly launched a deadly attack. She was not accustomed to fighting. Jude, despite her monstrous form, quickly found herself at a disadvantage. Zatal took the chance to strike a fatal blow. But unexpectedly, Oak shielded her with his own body.
No! Oak!
Jude suddenly felt her body changing, her horns and claws disappearing. She had returned to her normal human form. The curse was officially broken.
Let me go! Let me go!
Oak! Wake up! Oak! I love you! You've become an integral part of my life. I cannot go on without you.
Calm down. It's just a surface wound. How can a demon lord like me be defeated?
You? You heard everything?
You're making too much noise. Yes, I heard it all. The elated citizens cheered as they were finally free of Zatal's tyranny. They brought back the king and restored his reign. After Oak recovered, a grand wedding took place. The two exchanged a sweet kiss before the entire kingdom. In the realm of precious gemstones, the diamond lineage stood as the mightiest. They were magnificent gemstones, radiating a luminous beauty and possessing an unparalleled durability. Alas, a volcanic cataclysm a century passed. King Yellow Diamond and Queen Red Diamond gave their all to forge an unyielding diamond barrier. With their departure, they left behind two unfortunate daughters, Sparkle and Pink Diamond. Sparkle, the youngest, had reached maturity, yet she remained a raw diamond, bearing a prominent crack from the calamity long ago. This flaw afflicted her with profound self-consciousness and a sense of estrangement. In contrast to Sparkle, her elder sister Pink Diamond epitomized both beauty and authority in the kingdom. She ascended the throne, succeeding her parents, and ruled over the gem realms for ages. Pink Diamond was demanding on Sparkle, believing the crack restrained her potential.
Sparkle, hasten to the fiery forge for training. Transform into a diamond to erase that blemish, the lineage's bane. Sister, you're truly overbearing.
Despite relentless effort, success eluded her no matter how hard she tried. The tale began one day when Sparkle stumbled upon an ancient tome.
Could a very volcano sealed by our parents possess true magic? A magic that could mend a scar on my face?
With excitement, Sparkle shared her discovery with Pink Diamond.
No, that place is treacherous. Many have perished due to the creature residing there.
But Sparkle's desire to prove herself and forge her own path propelled her forward. So that very night, she journeyed to the volcano's peak, accompanied by Emerald and Sapphire. They too were gemstones marked by imperfections, which had led to their isolation. They found a way to manipulate the diamond soldiers.
But if we don't, we'll forever be the ones looked down upon. But if we don't, we'll forever be the ones looked down upon. Fear not, Sparkle. The volcano has slumbered undisturbed for ages. There's no reason for it to erupt now. Indeed, all we need to do is go there, mend our bodies' cracks, then return to restore the original diamond barrier.
Having deliberated, Emerald, Sapphire, and Sparkle pooled their strengths, drawing energy from the moonlight to conjure a resounding explosion.
Huh?
Oh.
Huh?
What is this?
It must be the doing of those nefarious trio. Calm down, everyone.
Alone, she couldn't mend this barrier, for it had been built by her parents, and it required a great deal of magic to rebuild.
Soldiers, protect the barrier. I will seek out the other 3.
Oh?
Emerald, Sapphire, and Sparkle journeyed through the night to reach the fiery mountain.
Huh? Emerald, Sapphire, help me secure the rope. I will plunge into the fiery mountain.
Huh?
Here, she beheld a slumbering beast, pressed beneath colossal boulders. Sparkle kept swaying gracefully on the delicate thread. It made Emerald and Sapphire struggle tirelessly to keep her suspended high above. Regrettably, Sparkle brushed against jagged rocks, inadvertently releasing the monster and awakening it from slumber. The lava also awaited its moment to erupt. Emerald and Sapphire were pulled down by the thread along with Sparkle. All 3 bore visible scars and wounds. The temperature continued to rise, and if they stayed too long, they would melt away. The monster lunged to attack. The Pink Diamond appeared and conjured a giant shield.
Why didn't you listen to me and ventured into danger on your own? Did you know that both our parents sacrificed themselves to build the barrier against lava? Have you ever been rejected or pushed away, sister, so that you could understand how I feel? You've always made me feel unworthy of being a member of the Diamond family, always self-conscious about my flaws. Once I repair this imperfection, I'll have the potential to cultivate into a diamond. I want you to be proud of me. Is that wrong?
The monstrous creature swung its shield, charging forward and prepared to breathe fire at Pink Diamond.
Sparkle!
However, the monster was unharmed and suddenly soared high into the sky, leaving the volcanic mountain and heading toward the village. The lava had already risen quite high. This volcano could erupt at any moment. Behind them, waves of lava were rushing into the kingdom fiercely. Emerald and Sapphire, along with other gemstones, temporarily built a wall to cover the hole. Meanwhile, Pink Diamond tried to contain the monster's rampage. Meanwhile, Pink Diamond tried to contain the monster's rampage. A stone mask on the creature's head fell off, revealing a crack.
Release the innocent ones!
Release them. It's all your fault that I became like this.
100 years ago, that creature was Quartz, a rainbow quartz living in the Gemstone Kingdom. However, an accident left him with a scar on his face. The people of that time drove him away, including the king and queen. They all believed he would bring shame to this kingdom. Quartz went to the volcanic mountain to repair the scar on his face, but his actions unintentionally led to the volcano's eruption, and he became trapped under massive boulders. Rainbow Quartz remained there for months, and his resentment grew, slowly transforming him into a monster. Quartz merged with the volcanic mountain and gained control over it. Quartz believed that the Gemstone people only cared about appearances. So he raised the lava higher, wanting to wipe them all out. Pink Diamond realized the truth, and she looked at him and her entire people with sorrow. Just then, Sparkle soared in like a divine being. But she had transformed into a new entity, a rainbow diamond unlike any before.
Sparkle, you're still alive! When I fell into the lava, I endured a lot of pain and extreme heat. But it was the scar on my face that absorbed all the lava's power and unlocked the powerful rainbow diamond form. Never hide your imperfections, for they do not make us weaker, but stronger.
The Gemstone people looked at each other in confusion, they reluctantly apologized to Sparkle and also removed the adhesive bandages on themselves, revealing that they too had numerous scratches just like him. After that accident, not a single gemstone citizen in the kingdom was without flaws. But they all chose to hide their scars with adhesive bandages, fearing they would be looked down upon. But thanks to Sparkle, they realized their mistake and rushed to embrace the creature, spreading love to him.
We're sorry.
Touched by everyone's love, the monster's body cracked open. The man abandoned his monstrous form to return to his original rainbow quartz self.
I'm sorry. I used to endure harsh expectations from my parents, which is why I placed a heavy burden on you.
Both sisters understood each other's hearts. From then on, the Gemstone Kingdom no longer discriminated against external flaws. They welcomed rainbow quartz back into the kingdom. Sparkle and Pink Diamond became queens and created an egalitarian society. Everyone lived happily together.
The story ends here today.
Certain city where everyone, regardless of gender, age, or social class, they all had one common interest: eating candy from the Wonka factory. This was the largest candy factory at that time, and the owner of that place was none other than Willy Wonka, a highly talented and extraordinary candy maker. The reason Wonka could succeed like that was partly thanks to the help of the Oompa Loompas, cheerful and diligent creatures. They particularly loved and worshipped cocoa fruits. Wonka found them on an adventure to find new ideas for his new candy products. When they found out that Wonka had the ability to create fantastic chocolate from cocoa beans, they trusted and gave Wonka a magic flute, which they could control. The Oompa Loompas absolutely adored working in the factory because they could indulge in enjoying the delicious candies here. Wonka's job was extremely favorable, but he still felt frustrated because it had been a long time since he had come up with any new ideas. Suddenly, a sound of knocking on the door echoed, forcing Wonka to reluctantly get up and open the door. He was extremely surprised when he saw a small girl trembling from the cold behind the door. It seemed that he was attracted to that girl from the first glance.
Hello, sir. I have unfortunately lost my way and encountered heavy rain. Please kindly have mercy on me and allow me to stay for one night. I will leave the next day.
Unable to let the little girl stay in the cold night, Wonka immediately invited her into the house. He gave the girl a cup of hot tea and some snacks for her to eat as a stomach lining. When asking about her, he just found out that her name was Candy, and she lived in a remote countryside area. Because she wanted to earn some extra money, she went to the city to look for a job, but she was too weak and no one wanted to hire her. Seeing Candy's pitiful situation, Wonka immediately invited her to come and work at his factory. Of course, the girl was also extremely happy to accept the offer. The next morning, Wonka was awakened by an incredibly delicious smell of food. Turned out, Candy woke up early and prepared a simple but incredibly delicious breakfast for Wonka. Wonka happily enjoys breakfast. It seemed like it had been a long time since he had experienced such warm flavor. After breakfast, Wonka took Candy to visit his factory. He excitedly introduces all the delicious and strange types of cakes and candies here.
This is the hair growth candy, but its usefulness still way beyond necessary. This is the high fiber lunch candy. It includes all flavors from appetizers to main dishes and finally finishes with a blueberry dessert. However, this candy has a small flaw, which is that a person eating it will transform into a blueberry afterwards. But don't worry, after going through a juicer a few times, he will return to normal. Gas breath makes us fly and soar around after drinking. When we burp, they will lose effect, or by another way of releasing gas. Candy for children in poorer class. They can buy this type of candy at an extremely cheap price and consume them within a year. And here is our latest invention, the fire-expelling candy. Just by absorbing a certain amount of water, they will create a devastating explosive force.
Mr. Wonka is truly a talented person and also has a compassionate heart.
Candy's praise made Wonka extremely excited. It had been a long time since the Oompa Loompas saw Wonka smile so happily. When knowing that Candy loves balloons, Wonka immediately specially creates a candy made from balloons just for her.
This is a new type of candy that I have invented, combining chewy candy and floating gas. It's my special gift for you.
Thank you, Mr. Wonka. The flying balloons are very beautiful. But for me, they are truly beautiful only when they fly freely in the sky.
Candy released her hand, allowing the ball to gently soar into the blue sky. At that moment, Wonka noticed a hint of sadness in Candy's eyes, accompanied by a little bit of longing. As time passed, Wonka gradually placed complete trust in the little girl named Candy, to the point that he didn't care to carefully keep the magical flute anymore. One morning, Wonka woke up and found the house strangely empty. No longer was the delicious smell of food waking him up like usual. It was just the dry and monotonous sound of the alarm clock. Candy was no longer downstairs preparing breakfast for Wonka as usual. Intuiting something bad, Wonka hurriedly searched for the magic flute. However, despite searching every nook and cranny, he couldn't find it anywhere. Indeed, afterwards, when he arrived at a factory, there was no longer a trace of any Oompa Loompa. Wonka felt like he had lost everything, desperate and blamed himself. Suddenly, he noticed the traces of the blueberries stretching all the way to the door.
It's a trail left by the Oompa Loompas after their lunchtime candy feast. If I follow it, I might find everyone in even candy. Maybe there's some misunderstanding in this situation.
Traces of the blueberry led Wonka deep into the old forest and stopped at a castle made entirely of candy. Willy Wonka immediately realized that those candies were made by Oompa Loompas. Suddenly, a familiar figure glided past, and that was Candy.
Candy? Could it be that she was also forced to come here?
While chasing Candy, suddenly, a net made of gummy candy fell onto the guy. Next, the Oompa Loompas rushed in to hold tightly, not giving him a chance to move. An obese woman appears in front of him with a sly smile, while holding his magic flute in her hand.
Oh, look who is here to visit me! Isn't this the talented candy manufacturer Willy Wonka?
Who are you? Why do you want to capture Candy and the Oompa Loompas?
Until now, you're still so foolish, huh? Candy is just a product I created from candles and dark magic. The purpose is to deceive you and obtain this magical flute.
When he learned the truth, Wonka was extremely sad as he looked at Candy, and the girl instinctively avoided his gaze.
You're a witch! Well, I am just a candy maker. Why do you want to harm me?
Oh, sorry I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Baker, and I am also someone who is interested in baking sweets. Because only sweets can tempt greedy children to eat. However, for some reason, since those mischievous kids escaped, we haven't seen any child wandering around this forest anymore. What are their names, huh? Oh, right, Hansel and Gretel. Truly hideous names. Then we found out that a very deadly factory had just appeared. Even the poor children could afford to eat it, so they didn't have to go into the forest to find food anymore. I had to put in a lot of effort and time to plan the overthrow of that detestable person and their factory. And now, no one can stop us anymore. Quickly lock him up, Oompa Loompas.
Later, we will make him use a magical formula and transform him into a chocolate statue, then expose him to the morning sun tomorrow!
With the magic flute, Baker can now easily control Oompa Loompa to do as she wishes. Sometime later, while being immersed in despair, Wonka immediately heard the sound of the door opening. That was Candy. In her hand, she was carrying a small bottle.
You came to bring me a poison, huh?
Wonka, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
You don't need to pretend anymore. I have nothing left for you to take. My career, the Oompa Loompas, and even my heart are all gone.
Suddenly, Candy quickly grabbed Wonka's hand and ran away.
What are you doing?
I will help you leave this place. After that, please never come back here again.
However, not long after, Baker discovered them. She immediately gave Oompa Loompa permission to chase after them. Wonka immediately pulled out his unique candy inventions that he had brought along earlier to temporarily stop them. It seemed like they were about to escape, but Baker quickly stood in front of the door and continuously attacked the two with a sticky candy gun. Out of running options, Candy had to pull Wonka and run back to her room. When stepping into Candy's room, Wonka was extremely amazed when he saw the room decorated with a lot of candy balloons, a type that Wonka had specially created for.
Wow! These are...
Indeed, initially, I approached you because of Mrs. Baker's command. But after a while of receiving his attention, I felt in her chest a very strange and special feeling. I'm truly sorry for everything.
Hearing Candy's sincere words made Wonka extremely happy, but immediately the romantic atmosphere was interrupted by a loud sound hitting the door. Baker rushed over and was trying to break the door into pieces using cookies.
Mr. Wonka, please quickly leave from here through the chimney. I will try to keep them detained.
Please come with me.
This door can't hold on for much longer. Moreover, my life has been closely linked to her already. If it weren't because of her medication that keeps me alive, I would soon become a lifeless piece of cake.
Wherever she keeps that medicine, I will bring it back for you.
Don't worry about it, because she always carries it with her, so it will be very difficult to get it back.
At this moment, Wonka suddenly came up with a crazy idea. He used his spicy candy to design a sharp tool that could help them create a path. Then quickly gathered all the balloons in the room into one big bunch. After finishing arranging everything, Wonka called Candy over and then threw a perfectly aimed bottle of soda right onto target, into the prepared candy tube. The door had now been broken by the Oompa Loompas into pieces. At that moment, the chili candy tube that Wonka had prepared earlier was filled with enough water and sprayed a very strong fire onto the ceiling. Make the roof out of chocolate immediately melt into a large puddle. Just wait for that moment, Wonka cut the string of the bunch of balloons and then tightly held Candy, flying out through the hole in the ceiling. Baker tried to attack, but it was also futile. Everything didn't stop there. The heat from the spicy candies continued to have an effect, causing Baker's candy castle to melt and collapse on her head. After a while, everything came to an end. Exhausted, Baker crawled out from the pile of broken candies that were slowly drying up. When she decided to use the flute to summon the Oompa Loompas for help, Wonka swiftly recovered it. After that, Wonka also obtained a magic potion and helped Candy maintain a human body forever. Since then, the two of them had been living happily together, and of course, it was impossible to be without cheerful and diligent Oompa Loompas. Regarding Baker, in order to prevent her from harming others again, Wonka decided to bring her back to the factory and give her a job testing the effects of new candies. It seemed she quite liked this job.
Long ago, when malevolent forces invaded the land of the Celestial, the battle deity Phoenix, wielding a resolute sword, fought valiantly to the last breath to bring peace to all.
My physical form may dissipate, but my will to combat evil, to protect what is right, will continue to be reborn.
After the battle, the sword shattered into 3 pieces, becoming 3 sacred relics safeguarding the fairy folk. Once again, the land of the Celestial was tranquil and prospering. But what awaits the Phoenix clan in the future? Who will be the next successor to wield the sword? Press the subscribe button at WOA Fairy Tale to find out. Over the years, in the memory of the Phoenix's contribution, their descendants became the most powerful beings in the realm, and they controlled most of the resources and wealth of the whole area, especially the sacred tree, which yielded the fairy dust, enhancing their magic beyond other races. In stark contrast, the Raven clan in the lower tier lived in dismal conditions. Their food and resources came through the core of the sacred tree, a place the upper class had abandoned. The Raven clan didn't use fairy dust. Everything they made came from hard labor. Thus, the division between the classes grew more apparent, with the Ravens fated to dwell in darkness. Catherine was different. Her parents perished in a food dispute, leaving her an orphan with a heart torn by the division between the 2 worlds.
I will put an end to this injustice.
Catherine harbored a deep resentment for the Phoenix clan's descendants, but at the same time, she greatly respected and admired the battle deity of old.
Elena, I want to be like the battle deity, bringing true light and peace to the land of the Celestial.
Don't dream in vain, Catherine. In the eyes of the Phoenix clan, we are just feeble crows.
But one day, even Catherine couldn't believe they could find one of the 3 broken pieces of the deity's sword. When the moss was wiped away, the shard gleamed, revealing the spirit of the Phoenix.
Congratulations in finding the piece of the sword. The second piece lies in the upper tier, where the Phoenix clan resides, and the last piece is hidden in the land of the demons, a place no celestial dares to venture. Find the remaining sword fragments and unite them. The key to these 3 pieces is courage. And anyone who possesses it can become the next wielder. This is a good sign. Let's search for the other 2 sword pieces together.
It's dangerous. We're just tiny crows. How can we ever defeat them?
Then a sudden disaster struck. Unknown malefactors set the Raven clan's village on fire. Elena suffered heavy smoke inhalation, and only fairy dust could heal her. Catherine and Elena's family beseeched the Phoenix princess.
Please, princess, spare us some fairy dust. Our daughter is in critical condition.
Fairy dust is precious. I can't squander it to save the lives of mere crows.
Left with no choice, Catherine sneaked into the sacred tree to steal fairy dust. Through this act, she discovered a great secret. The second sword fragment was being kept with reverence in the tree's core.
An intruder!
Elena's life is what matters. I'll be back.
But Catherine didn't anticipate that one of her feathers would inadvertently fall, revealing her presence. Elena quickly recovered with the use of fairy dust. However, the Phoenix clan swiftly arrived to apprehend the thieves. Not wanting to harm the Raven clan, Catherine and Elena left, embarking on a journey to reunite the sword. They decided to find the third piece in the Demon Land first. For years, the sword fragment remained dormant, and the demons slumbered. The light emanating from the deepest chamber was the third sword fragment. Catherine touched it, and an apparition appeared. The battle between the celestial and demon races once again commenced, with Catherine wielding the complete phoenix sword. She fought with vigor and vanquished many wicked demons.
Save us!
Have you forgotten what you did to the Raven clan in the past? Now you seek our help?
Catherine callously brushed off their pleas. Her indifference led to her getting trapped in a virtual world even when the war ended. The devastating battle repeated once more.
In war, the most important thing is human life. There is no right or wrong, good or evil.
Catherine had an epiphany, setting aside her grudges and rescuing the Phoenix clan members. It turned out that the sword piece was transformed to teach Catherine the value of forgiveness.
Let's return to the sacred tree. This journey is perilous. To avoid risks, you and I should each hold one piece of the sword. No matter what happens, we will reunite at the sacred tree.
That night, the Phoenix clan pursued them. And the two friends truly became separated. As per their agreement, Catherine overcame hardships and reached the sacred tree, but was suddenly surrounded.
You foolish crow. You've been betrayed, and you didn't even know. It was Elena, your dearest friend, who had helped the Phoenix clan. I'll never hand over the sword pieces to you.
But the Phoenix clan had taken her entire family hostage.
If you don't surrender and reveal Catherine's whereabouts, we'll send your family into the demon land and awaken them.
Before Catherine's disheartened gaze and Elena's anguish.
Catherine, you may not have a family, but it's different for me. Life won't hold any meaning for me if I can't protect my loved ones. All these years, I've considered your family as my own. I've done everything not for myself, but for their sake. Why should I heed your accusations?
Just at that moment, the demons realized the loss of the deity's sword fragment. They aggressively rushed in to wreak havoc in the land of the Celestial. All the fairy races had to muster their strength for battle, but it was difficult to hold back the onslaught of the demons. Catherine recalled the words of the Phoenix battle deity. In war, there was no good or bad, only the common goal, transcending personal interests.
This is the final sword piece. Use it to restore the deity's sword.
The Phoenix Princess aligned the three sword fragments, but to everyone's surprise, nothing happened. The Phoenix Princess tried persistently, but to no avail. She finally lost her patience and discarded them. The Demon King then arrived, causing mass panic. Catherine regretfully picked up the three sword pieces that had fallen at her feet. Suddenly, a brilliant light enveloped them, reuniting the sword into its full form. The Phoenix sword radiated power equal to the deities. Catherine began to transform. She remained a crow, but was surrounded by a radiant aura.
Charge!
She followed the instructions of the battle deity, sparing none except the malevolent and wicked beings. All creatures, whether crow or phoenix, joined forces to rescue the land. the battle concluded and the malevolent forces were pushed back. The Phoenix Princess also recognized her own selfishness.
Catherine, I apologize for my selfishness that nearly harmed the entire Phoenix clan. Thanks to you, everyone can now live in peace. From now on, this land of Celestial will be free from injustice and enmity. In the future, even if I'm gone, the sword doesn't have to pass to a crow. It can go to any race as long as they possess compassion and courage to bring true peace to the land of the Celestial.
How were the children brought into the world? In the land of magical fairies, there existed an annual festival. Families who wished for children would come to the sacred tree on this day, and there they would collect eggs to care for at home. This year, even the king and queen took part as one of the participating couples. Hundreds of colourful eggs overflowed, stirring their hearts with excitement. The queen's gaze, however, was fixated on a single plain egg, seemingly forgotten in a distant corner. The solitude of this egg touched the hearts of the queen and the king. They decided to choose it.
Have you decided to choose this little one?
Let's go home together.
Without any alteration, just 3 months later, they would have a beautiful white butterfly princess or prince. What would this butterfly's appearance be like? Subscribe now to WOA Fairy Tales to find out. However, what the royal family didn't anticipate was that from that egg, a spider fairy emerged instead of a butterfly.
Father? Mother?
After overcoming their initial shock, the king and queen still chose to love her spider daughter.
Oh, little Nomi, no matter what you are, we will always love you.
But Nomi's grandmother held a different view, being demanding and valuing royalty above all else. She did not show any affection towards her. Living amidst a beautiful swarm of butterflies, despite her parents' constant efforts to comfort her, Nomi, an outsider, still experienced moments of loneliness. As time passed, the love of the king and queen had to be shared with another child on the next child-receiving day. This time, the king and queen had a true beautiful fairy, Adela, Nomi's younger sister. Unlike the gentle and timid Nomi, Adela was mischievous and full of energy. Adela even joined in the teasing of her older sister, echoing the rumors she heard.
Adela, you shouldn't behave like that. Children teasing each other. What harm does it bring? Don't make our beautiful Adela afraid.
As the years passed, the two children grew. Their contrasting personalities became more apparent.
Truly my granddaughter. If only your older sister had half of your liveliness, it would ease my heart.
If I mimic Adela, will my parents and grandmother love me as they love her?
Yet, this possibility seemed far-fetched, as Adela would immediately shy away in embarrassment whenever Nomi attempted to befriend her. This led to an unintentional incident, where Nomi's attempt to mimic Adela became a subject of laughter among their peers. Despite this, Nomi still loved and admired Adela. Once, Nomi forgot herself and instinctively to catch Adela before she fell during a performance.
It's Spider Silk! Princess Nomi shot out Spider Silk!
Since then, Nomi became an outcast among the fairies, avoided by all. Naturally introverted, Nomi withdrew even further. Yet, this gave her the freedom to be herself without pretense. During her lonely days, Nomi discovered her love for sewing. From then on, Nomi's designs grew in fame, spanning from dresses to silken accessories. Even Adela couldn't deny her sister's talent.
Unbelievable! This spider fairy creates such beautiful dresses.
Exactly! If she weren't a spider, she could have played with us. Their admiration was directed at Nomi's creations, not her as a person. But one day, the fairy butterfly clan welcomed a special guest.
I mean no harm. I am Nomi's mother.
Lies! How could you have lost her? Nomi is our daughter, the butterfly princess.
I didn't mean for this to happen. It's my fault. I accidentally lost her that year. For all these years, I've been tormented, losing sleep and appetite, hoping to find her again.
Regardless, the truth is that Nomi has become a butterfly princess. With the tensions between our clans, it's better for you to leave.
But was she ever happy here? Or was she just an outsider to you?
Dear parents, she's right. I'm not a butterfly fairy. I better leave.
And so, with Nomi's decision, after the Grand Spring Festival, she would return to the land of the spiders with her birth mother. During her final days among the butterfly clan, Nomi felt the love and care from everyone. Even her grandmother, who had always disliked her as an outsider, seemed somewhat less cold towards her. Until a horrifying event shook their world. Overnight, all the spring blossoms that the butterfly clan had nurtured were destroyed.
The spider did this.
No, it wasn't me. Father, Mother, please believe me.
That's right. There must be a misunderstanding.
However, Nomi couldn't defend herself when a fairy stood up and accused her of sneaky actions the previous night.
Please, let me help everyone fix the consequences.
Don't make matters more complicated.
Alone that night, Nomi burst into tears. Nomi, however, couldn't explain that she had secretly met her mother that night. Her mother was the Spider Queen. If she revealed herself without permission, a war between the clans would break out. Then, a letter from her mother arrived, outlining a plan to clear Nomi's name by shifting the blame onto Adela, the proud fairy who had bullied her. The day of the final festival arrived. Adela insisted on wearing the dress Nomi had prepared for her performance. Spider Queen chuckled as her plan was near completion.
Well done, my dear. Just wait until she starts singing. My rain-making army will activate. The dress woven from unique silk will get wet, releasing toxic fumes that will destroy everything, right?
Well, what? The raindrops simply caused Adela's dress to emanate a radiant rainbow glow, attracting bees that helped the flowers bloom.
Spring has come!
It's all thanks to Nomi's hard work.
Nomi had never followed her mother's plan. That night, Adela had come to her room and confessed her trust in her sister. Adela had always been grateful to Nomi for saving her, but hadn't expressed it due to her own insecurities. They devised a plan together to thwart the Spider Queen while ensuring the festival's success.
How dare you! I'm your real mother!
At the times when I needed you most, where were you? I figured it all out. You're just using me. But the butterfly family always cared for me, even though it wasn't always easy.
Would you like to visit Nomi? Take this with you. It's Nomi's favorite food.
Indeed, Nomi remained a cherished member of the butterfly clan.
What's wrong being a spider? She's kind and much better than all of you. Give that back.
Perhaps I should have thrown you into the butterfly clan, you useless.
Realizing she could no longer depend on Nomi, the Spider Queen gave signal and revealed her true intent army. Nomi also firmly assisted her parents in defending against the spider swarm. In the face of danger, the butterfly parents stood by Nomi's side. Even in the sneak attack of the Spider Queen, Adela was knocked down while trying to save her sister.
Sister, I'm sorry. I'm glad to be your sister.
The villain was punished, and though Princess Adela couldn't witness it, her body didn't dissolve but transformed into a beautiful rainbow egg. Nomi, with the help of a rainbow dress she wove, had shielded Adela's soul from the spider's venom, enabling her resurrection.
Let's go home together.
In the days leading up to Adela's return, Nomi was welcomed and embraced as a savior by the butterfly clan. Using her powers, she not only crafted countless beautiful dresses, but also enhanced the productivity of the butterfly community. And so, a happily ever after ending was woven into their lives.
What would happen to them when facing this demon? Let's find it out on today's story with WOA Fairy Tales. Once upon a time in Magica Kingdom, where the people lived in peace and prosperity because the whole kingdom was always protected by the magical stone tablet. It created a protection shield which covered the whole kingdom and maintained the power for the royal family. The noble King Aaron brought the power of fire, and the noble Queen Milan of Magica Kingdom brought the power of light. They gave birth to their first little princess, and they waited to see her power. They brought the Princess Emily to the stone tablet and told her to put her hand on it. The tablet shone, the ground moved, plants grew around. Princess Emily brought the power of nature, and her power even overpassed the power of her parents. Therefore, when giving birth to the second princess, they really expected her power. But strangely, each time she put her hand on a tablet, there's nothing happening, even a small light. That made her parents really sad and disappointed. Without any power, Emma was just like an invisible girl in the palace, because everyone spent all of their love and admiration for Emily. The king and the queen was so proud of Emily. She was welcomed and praised everywhere she went. Little Emma had to grow up lonely. Although sometimes she had a feelings of self-pity, she was really pessimistic and kept the sadness inside.
How lucky Emily is. She has the supreme power, and everyone loves her, not like me. No, I'm not allowed to be jealous with her. She's carrying the great responsibilities, so it's understandable when everyone focuses on her.
Time slowly passed by until Emma's 80th birthday. She was excited and joyful from the early morning. But she was sad when realizing that everyone seemed to not remember her birthday. The palace was silent as other days. No flowers to decorate and no birthday party for her as well.
Sister, today...
Emma, you disturbed your sister's practice again. How many times have I told you that you are not allowed to bother Emily?
No, I didn't mean to disturb her, I just...
Save your excuses, Emma. The great responsibilities of this kingdom should have been shared equally for both of you. But now your sister has to take it all. But you don't understand it.
Father, why do you berate her like that? Just let her finish. In your eyes, there's only Emily. Even today is my birthday, no one remembers. No one cares. If you hate me like that, why did you give birth to me?
Then, she immediately ran out of the room. The king was so astonished and regretful that he chased after her. But it was too late. The little princess just wandered around until she got out of the protection shield and was lost in a cold and deep forest. Being hungry and thirsty with full of fears, she looked for the exit in vain, and she felt like someone was watching her. Suddenly, a ferocious wolf rushed there and attacked her. She was frightened and fell to the ground. Right at that moment, a man appeared, attacked the wolf, and chased it away. He saved her life.
Thank you so much for saving me.
Little girl, why did you wander alone here in this dangerous, deep forest?
I am the princess of Magica Kingdom. Just because I wasn't given the power by the magical stone tablet, then I gradually became invisible in everyone's eyes. Until today, it's my 18th birthday, but no one remembered it. Father King even yelled at me for disturbing my sister.
Poor you, my little princess. I have an idea which can help you.
What idea?
That tablet of stone is the cause for everything, so you just need to bring it here. You and me, together, we will hide it away. Then all the problems will be solved.
Is it okay to do it?
Why can't it be okay? We don't harm anyone.
All right, then I will see you here tomorrow.
Remember to come here in the evening, not the morning. See you tomorrow.
Emma was tricked. She went back to the palace, stole her tablet, and brought it back to her room. The king knocked the door to say sorry to her. But Emma was determined not to open the door. The next day, in the late afternoon, Emma brought the tablet to meet the strange man.
Hey! Hey!
But she could find him nowhere. He just appeared when it's really late in the evening.
Let's hide the stone tablet together.
Oh, my princess. How naive you are. It's really easy to trick you.
Then he revealed himself as an evil demon king. He casted a spell, making the tablet lose all of its power. The protection shield around the kingdom also disappeared. He captured Emma and went to her kingdom to invade.
I've got the tablet. Those humans will lose all of their power. And of course, they will have to surrender soon.
But he didn't expect that they hadn't lost all of their power. They're just weakened. They still bravely fought against the Demon King. The Demon King was more powerful at that time. He even had Emma in his hand, so her family didn't dare to attack too intensely. They quickly got injured by Demon King's attack. Then he used all of his power to perform the last attack to eliminate them. Emma was so hurtful. She bit the Demon King so hard that made him let her out. Then she rushed to her parents and took a critical hit for them. The whole family was all injured, but they still tried to gather together, held each other's hand, and they hugged each other. Seeing the stone tablet inside his hand moved, like it wanted to fly towards that family. The Demon King smirked, then broke the tablet down into pieces. He came closer, intended to finish Emma's family. Right at that moment, Emma suddenly remembered that the Demon King seemed to be afraid of the light.
Everyone, his weakness is the light. Let the light shine on him. We will have the chance to win.
Emma's mother quickly used her last power to cast the spell, making the light shine bright. The Demon King was so frightened that he stepped back. Emily cleverly controlled the vines to tie him up. The king used his fire power to burn him into ashes. The Demon King was defeated. They sadly collected the breaking pieces of the stone tablet to put them together. But no matter how hard they tried, they still couldn't find the last piece of the stone tablet. Emma gently came closer and gave Emily that last piece.
Emma, you are the last piece of our family. I hand over this mission to you.
Emma, I'm sorry for accidentally hurting you. I just want you to know that we always love you. That last piece belongs to you.
They all wanted Emma to put that last piece into the magical stone tablet. Miraculously, when Emma completed the last piece, the tablet shone bright. The power and the protection shield immediately came back with the king. On the stone tablet, the image of their happy family was displayed. Turned out that Emma's power was greater than everyone had thought. She didn't own the visible power like her parents and her sister. However, she had a great invisible power. That's the power of love, the connection, and the family love. The protection shield was re-established. The king gave the throne to his daughters. Then the two sisters...
Upon a time, there was a tale of a kidnapped princess and the kidnapper.
Ah!
But this time, who was the princess?
I am the princess.
Oh, the princess was a man. So who was the kidnapper?
I am Bowser, but I am not the kidnapper.
How could their genders be like this? Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales to explore more. There was hardly any princess in the world as unlikable as Princess Peach, the princess of the Mushroom Kingdom. She was arrogant, vain, stubborn, and difficult to deal with. No one could compare. Then Peach faced consequences due to her personality. Desiring the magical crown, she offended a head fairy and fell under a dreadful curse. If you love the crown so much, let it stick to your head. As long as it's there, no boy will ever love you.
I don't believe it.
But Peach had to believe when the curse started to take effect. Out of respect for the king, the princess's father, the head fairy, offered a way to break the curse.
Would the curse be broken when I meet a kind hero who accepts and loves me?
If we talk about heroes, is anyone more famous than Mario now? His fame was legendary, making young hearts swoon.
But meeting Mario is challenging. I heard that you need to schedule an entire year in advance.
Don't worry, Father. Let me handle it.
At that moment, the only one daring to kidnap Peach was Bowser, the king of the Koopa tribe, a rumored foolish villain. Lately, he was troubled by his sickly turtles, rolling over and lying on their backs. Peach spread the rumor that her crown had the power to cure all ailments, but to obtain it, he had to bring her along. As predicted, that night, Peach fell asleep, sitting proudly in Bowser's castle. Bowser disappointed Peach initially. He didn't look like much of a villain.
I invited the princess here just to cure my Koopa True. It's so easy.
Of course not.
Why? Why not?
Listen, everything I said was a lie, and you fell for it, you fool. My crown? You can't even think about touching it.
The provocation succeeded, and Bowser went mad.
Don't dare challenge me! Touch!
That horrifying event turned the once beautiful and arrogant Peach into a real man. In contrast, the rough Bowser transformed into an enchanting and captivating lady.
What?
After hours of madness, chaos, and heartache, the unlucky duo decided to find Mario, the hero mentioned in the curse.
Do not reveal that I am Bowser. Call me Bowsette.
Finding the charming Mario was not easy at all. All the places where Bowsette and Peach heard Mario was spotted turned out to be false information.
So you weren't the first one to come up with this kidnapping idea?
Rapunzel, couldn't you just let down your hair onto this branch to escape? Is the tower really that tall?
Come on, if I did that, how could I wait for Mario to come and rescue me?
Even Snow White, the apple-loving girl, wasn't that desperate. But she still insisted on waiting for Mario to wake her with a kiss. In the end, Peach was the one who made the most effort to change their narrow-minded thinking.
Instead of relying on others, why don't we decide our own fate?
Exactly! If you had done that and searched for Mario, we wouldn't be in this mess now! However, despite trying to change their mindset, the girls fell head over heels for Peach's grace and handsomeness. In fact, Bowsette was resented for daring to come close to the dream guy of those girls. Bowsette laughed disdainfully, considering girls to be too complicated, until he too was surrounded by guys expressing blind adoration. Peach had to intervene to save him. At that moment, Bowsette realized that the previously unpleasant princess had some intriguing aspects. Conversely, Peach also saw Bowsette. Well, despite being under a fragile girl's appearance, he fearlessly charged into battles, rescuing her from danger multiple times. Finally, they encountered Mario when they fell into a dangerous trap in a peculiar forest.
I heard someone calling my name, right? Yes, the hero Mario is here.
Mario appeared, excited and agile, swiftly rescuing Bowsette.
Oh look, what about me? I am the one you need to rescue, heroic one. Sorry, I am tired and can only rescue beautiful girls.
Only when Peach held on to him and recounted the entire story of the magical crown and the swapping did Mario reluctantly agree to free Peach and take her back to his pipe factory. However, the despair for Peach and Bowsette was that not even the famous hero Mario could remove the crown.
It seems we were wrong. Mario is not the hero mentioned in the curse. Let's go, Bows. Bowsette! If you want to go, then go. So what? All right then. If I can't get the crown, I will have to destroy the princess. Too bad. I heard she used to be a great beauty.
At that moment, Peach and Bowsette discovered Mario's deceitful nature. With no other choice, they had to cooperate and try their best to escape from his territory. During the struggle, they accidentally toppled a hidden room, revealing the previously kidnapped girls Peach and Bowsette had met. Turns out, Mario was a playboy, using the rescue act to deceive young hearts. The girls finally understood the meaning of Peach's advice to them. Together, they stood strong, helping Bowsette and Peach confront Mario. Though the victory started to lean towards Peach and Bowsette, Mario didn't show any signs of tension.
Impressive, huh? But if Princess Peach doesn't surrender, I will just press this button, and the destruction missile will fly straight to flatten the Mushroom Kingdom.
Peach had the duty of protecting her people as a princess. No!
Forgive them, and I will obediently listen to you. Fine. Even without those fake imitations, they are useless anyway. But you must give up all those inventions. Who knows what happens if you turn things around again?
However, Mario didn't know that Peach still had one final item, the Super Speed Mushroom. Thanks to the Super Speed Mushroom, Peach ran like a storm towards Mario, snatching the remote control from him. Unintentionally, during the struggle, accidentally the control was pressed, activating the missile. At that critical moment, Bowsette bravely rushed to stop the missile, but it didn't change the outcome. In the face of danger, Bowsette bit his lips and removed his turtle shell. It contained all of his power, the ability to enlarge and envelop everything. Luckily, the turtle shell provided some protection, and the missile's explosion wasn't too devastating. We did it! We escaped! Bowsette is amazing! However, they couldn't celebrate for long, as without the turtle shell, Bowsette couldn't exist.
What's happening? How can I be like this, Bowsette?
For the first time in their long journey, they no longer quarreled with each other. You did great. I'm sorry.
I can't continue to accompany you. Please continue on your path to break the curse.
No! Without you, I can't do anything!
Peach, do you remember what you told the girls? Each person can become a hero in their own life. I really like you.
Miraculously, a bright line shone and spread everywhere. When the light faded away, Princess Peach returned to her beautiful appearance, and Bowser turned back into his imposing and powerful form with his shell on his back. And what about Mario, the fake hero? Ahem! He received a lesson from the girls and revealed his deceitfulness in front of all the people across the kingdoms. Wait, why was the curse broken? After their long journey, Peach and Bowser proved that even a proud and weak princess like Peach or a villain like Bowser from the rumors could become heroes. And their true love for each other left no doubt. Today's story concludes. Thank you for your support. Each view is a tremendous encouragement for us to create more interesting new stories. Don't forget,
once upon a time, deep down the bottom of the vast ocean, there lived a stunningly beautiful princess named Ariel. Ariel was a mermaid princess with a unique fin that nobody could match. Despite her outstanding appearance, she was a princess abandoned and scorned in her own kingdom. While other mermaids could gracefully swim and showcase their flexible talents with their tails, Ariel found it extremely challenging. Despite having a beautiful tail, every attempt to showcase her skills became a source of mockery, which really disappointed the Sea King.
How embarrassing! Is she really worthy of being a princess?
Bridget, Ariel's sister, was a wicked and evil mermaid who was always jealous of Ariel's beauty. Witnessing Ariel's humiliation, Bridget took every opportunity to mock and belittle her.
Oh, Ariel, is that what you call dancing?
Ariel's pain was indescribable, and it seemed like she was hiding a secret. One day, while wandering, Ariel discovered a butterfly prince unconscious at the bottom of the vast ocean. Ariel created a sparkling bubble to help Aiden breathe underwater. With a compassionate heart, she quickly brought the prince back to take care of him. Thanks to Ariel's caring, the prince gradually recovered. Thank you for saving me. It turned out that he was Prince Aiden of the Butterfly Kingdom. In a careless moment, he had been attacked by rebels and had to jump into the vast sea. Aiden was seriously injured, so he had to stay at Ariel's palace. After many days together, Aiden was captivated by Ariel's beauty. However, he noticed a deep-seated insecurity in her eyes, as if she was dissatisfied with herself.
Beautiful Ariel, do you have a hidden sorrow?
Unable to hold back her tears, Ariel told Aiden her story. She used to be the most skilled dancer in the kingdom, earning admiration from everyone. Her father, the Sea King, was proud of her and gave her a star-shaped necklace, placing high expectations on her. However, while rescuing a poor fisherman, a large rock crushed her beautiful tail, turning it into a mere means of movement without the ability to dance. The upcoming celebration of the Sea King's longevity involved a talent competition among the mermaid princesses. The chosen princess would inherit the rule of the Mermaid Kingdom. Ariel, despite her reluctance to fight for power, understood the dire consequence of allowing Bridget, an extremely cruel individual who resorted to violence to solve problems and looked down on smaller creatures.
to rule the kingdom. She feared that if Bridget took control, a disaster would be certain to unfold. Therefore, Ariel was always filled with sadness and anxiety, dreading the possibility that she might not be able to triumph over Bridget's cruelty and save the kingdom from impending doom. Feeling Ariel's pure kindness, Aiden offered to help. However, he faced difficulty moving underwater. Despite being unable to dance, Ariel excelled in swimming. She taught Aiden how to swim and breathe underwater easily. Strangely, a butterfly prince, used to flying high, adapted effortlessly to swimming in the vast ocean. Aiden and Ariel began training and dancing. The initial days were tough, but with determination, both refused to give up. Aiden selflessly shared a magical butterfly gem, allowing Ariel to grow a pair of wings. Surprisingly, a mermaid possessed butterfly wings of extraordinary beauty. Aiden took Ariel out of the sea, flying high above the clouds. Ariel, now able to both swim and soar in the sky, shattered her limitations. Bound together for many days, Aiden and Ariel developed feelings for each other. However, Aiden had to return to his butterfly kingdom to fulfill unfinished missions. They reluctantly parted ways. Alone, Ariel persevered in practicing with her butterfly wings, the gift Aiden left behind, hoping to win against Bridget's cruelty. Bridget immediately realized the threat while seeing Ariel excellent like that. Not letting Ariel overcome her, Bridget planned to harm Ariel. Returning home after exhausting training for hours, Ariel, fatigued, went to rest. Seizing the opportunity, Bridget stole Ariel's precious gem.
Without the wings, Ariel is just a discarded thing.
And the celebration day finally came. While Bridget reveled in Ariel's impending failure, Ariel anxiously realized her missing gem. The Sea King appeared and the competition began. Bridget showcased her exquisite skills, capturing the audience's attention. Suddenly, she grew a pair of wings identical to Ariel's, to everyone's excitement. Realizing that Bridget had stolen her wings, Ariel was furious. She never expected her sister to resort to such deceit. Then it was Ariel's turn, with no other choice but to face reality and start dancing. As expected, she was met with mocking laughter and contemptuous looks.
How useless! Is that what you call dancing?
Only Bridget deserves to be our queen.
The Sea King sighed, deeply disappointed with the daughter he trusted the most. Ariel, overwhelmed with shame, burst into tears. Suddenly, a magical light shone on her, shocking everyone. It was Aiden appearing amidst the astonished crowd. Ignoring the surroundings, he quickly comforted Ariel with sweet and warm words.
Beautiful Ariel, I believe in you. Don't worry, I will always be here for you.
Aiden's comforting words breathed life and hope into Ariel. No longer fearful, she confidently displayed her extraordinary dancing skills, leaving everyone in awe and amazement. She even knew how to use the sunlight to make her mermaid tail sparkle like a diamond, captivating everyone's attention. Her father, King, beamed with pride and joy watching his daughter's stunning performance. He made the decision to pass on the trident to Ariel, allowing her to rule the sea in his kingdom. Bridget, unable to bear her own failure, had long plotted to seize the sea's throne, but was lost to Ariel. Bridget revealed her true malicious nature, using dark magic to attack Ariel and claim the ultimate authority. Bridget used her powers to wreak havoc and destroy everything. People, terrified, fled from Bridget's madness. Bridget had truly transformed into a wicked sorceress. In her quest for supreme power, she spared no deceitful means. Mocking Ariel, Bridget unveiled a horrifying truth.
Oh, Ariel, my Ariel, you truly are a fool.
As it turned out, Bridget had transformed into the wounded villager from the past, manipulating Ariel's kindness to ensnare her. Couldn't believe her own ears. While hearing Bridget's words, Ariel was really shocked and furious.
I never expected that the one causing me such pain would be you, someone I considered a dear sister. I thought you were just arrogant, but I never imagined you were truly so evil, resorting to any means to achieve wicked ends. You've learned it too late, little girl. It's time to surrender.
She aimed at Ariel, unleashing golden spells towards her. Fortunately, Aiden, Ariel's lover, timely intervened and shielded her. Aiden used his butterfly wings to block Bridget's spells. Surprisingly, the spells rebounded towards Bridget, causing her to lose her wings. Ariel, distressed at seeing her beloved injured, self-blamed for putting Aiden in harm's way.
I'm sorry, my Aiden. I shouldn't have let you stay here. This place is too dangerous for you.
I'm fine, Ariel. I don't blame you. I just want to protect you from the bad people. For you, I'm willing to do everything within my power. I love you, Ariel.
Well, how touching. I'll send both of you to hell together.
Finished speaking, Bridget unleashed powerful lightning bolts to claim Ariel and Aiden's lives. But just as the bolts were about to hit them, a miracle occurred. A radiant white light enveloped Ariel and Aiden, shielding them from Bridget's attack. It was the light from Ariel's necklace, a gift from her father containing his love and protection. The light left Bridget bewildered and disoriented.
Why can't my power penetrate that light?
Unaware that her trident had fallen near Ariel, Bridget overlooked the opportunity. Ariel seized the chance, quickly picked up the trident, and used it to counterattack Bridget. Ariel performed a spell that transformed Bridget into a hideous creature, resembling a large snail. She even locked Bridget's shell, preventing her from escaping.
This is the price you must pay for the heinous deeds you've committed. You will live in the shell forever, with no one knowing you, and no one caring about you. You will have to repent for what you've done. I hope you can awaken and feel remorse.
Huh?
After defeating Bridget, Ariel ascended to the throne as the Queen of the Mermaids, ruling the seas with love and respect from the people. Every day, Ariel did not forget Aiden. Aiden, the butterfly prince unable to exist under the sea, returned to his own kingdom to fulfill his mission. But his heart always remained with Ariel. He could never forget her. The two would meet at the edge of the ocean. They would embrace tightly, and a magical thing happened. She could fly high in the deep blue sky. Despite lacking butterfly wings, she could soar freely like a bird. Ariel was surprised and overjoyed. Perhaps it was her perseverance and unwavering compassion that touched the divine, leading to the bestowment of this miraculous power. From then on, Ariel and Aiden lived happily ever after.
World filled with animosity, the four tribes of light, darkness, fire and water have been waging war against each other for centuries. No one knew exactly when, but demons in the form of lightning bolts began to appear in the lands of the four unicorn tribes, with the four legendary weapons Flamebrand, Aqua Trident, Shadow Blade, and Luminous Bow. The unicorn tribes created a barrier to prevent the invasion of the demons. Despite the conflict among the four tribes, the unicorn princess Eclipse, Solar, Blaze, and Marina remained close friends since childhood. They often secretly met in a lush green valley, a place untouched by war, filled with the laughter of children and pure friendship. But one day, Eclipse's mother discovered this unworthy friendship and forbade her from seeing her friends again. When Eclipse turned 18, her mother revealed a shocking prophecy.
Eclipse, I need to discuss a matter of great importance with you.
What is it?
Shadowblade told me that the only way to rule the unicorn world is by combining the 4 legendary weapons into the elemental Nexus Blade. It is a sword so powerful that it can even banish demons and bestow immense strength upon its wielder.
So you mean we need to acquire those legendary weapons?
Yes, all your training and efforts have led to this moment. Bring pride to the Darkness Tribe.
Driven by her loyalty to the Darkness Tribe and the bonds of their past friendship, Eclipse decided to heed her mother's words. She was determined to obtain the weapons and become the most powerful being.
Oh, Eclipse, what are you doing here? I miss you so much. I miss you too, but listen, there's an urgent matter.
Sola's smile vanished upon hearing Eclipse's intention to acquire the weapons.
What nonsense! Your mother's prophecy might not be true. Besides, we have already the barrier formed by the 4 legendary weapons. There's nothing to fear.
But it seemed that Lola underestimated the danger of the demons.
Believe me. How audacious! You're just trying to cause trouble, aren't you?
In her anger, Sola chased after Eclipse vigorously. The power struggle between light and darkness remained evenly matched. Eclipse knew she wasn't capable of persuading Sola at that moment.
Look closely! The barrier can be destroyed at any time! I don't believe it, you traitor! Ah!
Eclipse found herself washed up in the land of the water unicorns. Luckily, Marina, the water unicorn princess, came to her rescue. Marina brought Eclipse back for treatment. She had been unconscious for 2 weeks, experiencing terrifying nightmares.
Marina? Take it easy, you're still very weak.
Water unicorns were known for their healing abilities and gentle nature. Hence, Marina couldn't bear to see her friend perish in the river that day.
It's not good. We don't have much time left.
As predicted by Eclipse, the barrier in the land of the water unicorns was weakening, and even a hole had been broken.
Give me a hand! As you can see, the demons are growing stronger, and the barrier is getting weaker. Then what should we do now? I'm on my way to acquire the weapons to combine them into the elemental Nexus Blade. With it, we can cleanse the world from the forces of darkness. Would you like to join me on this quest?
Trusting Eclipse's words, Marina agreed to join her. In this way, Eclipse successfully acquired the first weapon, the Aqua Trident. Together, they embarked on an adventure to the land of the fire unicorns.
Why are there so many monsters here? Blaze is very cautious when it comes to protecting our territory.
a moment of danger, Marina and Eclipse combined their water and shadow energies, creating a powerful magic star.
You two, stay right there.
You have some nerve. How dare you come here to steal my weapon? Are you so smart but still fail to see the problem? Look beyond your own barrier. Enough talk. Solif already told me everything. Watch this. Yeah! No! Blaze, calm down! That won't achieve anything. The demons grow stronger, and they will invade the land of fire at any moment. Who said your magic is feeble? I dare the demons to breach the fire tribe's barrier.
Unfortunately, the demons had indeed destroyed the barrier of the fire tribe, bringing great peril to their land.
Release us now! Whatever you're up to, I know how to deal with you.
Eclipse quickly unleashed her dark energy, covering the sky, temporarily blocking the demon's sight.
Now you see that? Will you join us in persuading Sola? I guess there's no other choice.
As expected by Eclipse, the flame-brand weapon was acquired. The three princesses returned to the land of the light unicorns. As soon as they arrived, a rain of light arrows suddenly fell upon them.
Eclipse, what trouble are you causing now? Sola, Eclipse is doing the right thing. My water barrier was almost shattered. That's right. The barrier of the fire tribe has also been destroyed. Trust me, together we will protect the unicorn world. Fine. It's true that the demons are strong, but You're just like us. The most important thing is to still bring peace to our tribes. I believe a true princess will know what the right decision is. All right then. Look, it is the elemental nexus blade. We did it! The demons have been expelled! Yes, the demons are banished, and from now on, this sword belongs to the Darkness Tribe. Eclipse, how dare you! I knew we shouldn't have trusted this little traitor! Give it back! Return the weapons to me! No! From now on, the Darkness Tribe will be the new truth! Oh! It's shattered!
Eclipse was overwhelmed as the demon rose stronger than ever before, swiftly attacking the Castle of Light, crushing all hope and faith. Eclipse, holding the largest fragment of the sword, remained unaffected by the lightning bolts.
Blaze! Marina! Are you satisfied now? The world will be engulfed in darkness as you wished. No! Sola!
Eclipse then walked into the darkness, feeling lost and helpless. The light had vanished from her life, replaced by soulless creatures devoid of consciousness. For the first time in her life, she felt profound loneliness. She could no longer speak with others or laugh with anyone. The joyful memories of her childhood flooded her mind once again. The four of them, simply being together like innocent children, represented her happiest moments in life. In the depths of despair, a flicker of hope ignited within Eclipse's heart. She realized that the desire for domination was a mistake. Life couldn't be complete without love and compassion.
This is the source of the demons.
Give up! You've already lost!
Who are you exactly? Why do you seek to bring calamity?
I was born from the animosity between the 4 unicorn tribes. I've been accumulating power, growing stronger day by day. I want to plunge the world back into a void of despair, where there is no pain, no war, and everything returns to nothingness.
Silence! I won't let you wreak havoc any longer!
Eclipse made a final desperate move. Even if it meant sacrificing herself, she was determined to bring life back to the unicorn world. The demons were permanently defeated, but Eclipse disappeared, leaving only the fallen sword behind.
I can't remember the last time I saw such a beautiful rainbow.
Eclipse was nowhere to be found, and everyone believed she had sacrificed herself to vanquish the demons.
Eclipse, where are you? It's all because of me that my daughter... I'm truly sorry, everyone.
At that moment, Sola heard her friend's cries coming from the fallen sword. It turned out that Eclipse's soul was trapped within it. United in forgiveness for Eclipse, they poured their energy into the shattered pieces of the sword. With the power of the 4 elements, the sword was restored, and Eclipse's soul was set free.
I was truly wrong. I'm sorry, everyone. I will do everything to make amends.
From then on, the unicorn tribes no longer competed but lived happily together. They took turns guarding the legendary sword at a sacred shrine. They understood that only by accepting and supporting each other, Amanda couldn't understand why she kept having the same reoccurring dream. Who is that sheep? Why is it so frightened? And why has her sister turned into such a wicked person?
You fool! Animals don't talk silly! Got it?
3 months ago.
Princess, the coming-of-age ceremony is approaching. Aren't you worried at all about preparing for it? What's the use? No matter how hard I try, I can't surpass Elida's shadow.
Elida was Amanda's sister, but they were nothing alike in appearance, talent, or personality. Elida had flowing golden hair, fair skin, and an innate dark magic. Perhaps that's why she was always aloof and colder than all the other fairies in the clan. In contrast, Amanda was lively and warm, just like the power of her radiant sunshine.
Elida was blessed with a mesmerizing singing voice, and I have nothing.
Despite being sisters, Elida always received special treatment that Amanda did not. She even lived in a separate castle, away from their parents' attention. Amanda tried to get closer to her sister several times, but Elida always coldly avoided her. Thus, the bond between the two sisters grew distant. Feeling lonely and sorrowful on several occasions, Amanda even had the thought that she wished Elida had never existed.
No! Why am I thinking such strange thoughts? She's my family!
Before the coming-of-age ceremony, fearing that her meager magical abilities would be a laughingstock compared to Elida's exceptional powers, Amanda sneaked into her sister's palace to learn secretly.
It's happening again! Princess Elida's power is getting out of control! I heard her summoning demons last night!
Amanda trembled. It turned out that this was the secret her parents had always hidden. Her curiosity overcame her fear, leading her feet to Elida's room.
Bayel, Paiman, Balam.
Suddenly, a chilling wind blew from nowhere, and a bizarre spectacle unfolded before her eyes. Inside, she witnessed a very peculiar scene.
Alida?
In an instant, from the magic spell summoned by Alida, something Amanda could never imagined appeared. Instinctively, Amanda fiercely resisted in desperation, but it only made the demon Baal even more insane. Suddenly, waking up from the eerie dream, Alida rushed to save her sister, and at the same time, she took the wrath of Baal upon herself. Amanda was supposed to use all her strength to save her sister, but the fear invaded her body, rendering her unable to do anything. The darkness and Baal overwhelmed Alida, and they vanished, leaving the room eerily quiet, as if nothing had happened.
Alida! Is anyone there? Anyone?
Not only Amanda's parents, but all the attendants were surprised by the story she told. No princess named Alida had lived in the abandoned castle, and in the fairy clan, there was only one single princess, Amanda. In the following days, Amanda silently observed, but there was not a single clue about Alida's existence. During the coming-of-age ceremony, she became the only princess present.
Did I just imagine Alida?
But the pain in her hand reminded her of that horrifying night. The torment and regret for not saving her sister in time led Amanda to seek the mysterious castle. Despite knowing that her light magic would be damaged, Alida diligently studied dark magic from the spellbooks in her room.
Wait for me, Alida! No matter what, I will bring you back!
After many, many nights of effort, it finally became a reality. Alida, with an emotionless face contrasting her sister's joyous tears, emerged from the magical spell. Strangely, this time, Alida returned to the castle where their parents and Amanda lived, no longer separated.
Alida, have you been living here all along?
Living here? Wasn't that always the case?
Alida's preferences had also changed. She now wore a bracelet and could even eat apples, which she used to be allergic to. Then, a series of disappearances occurred in the castle, culminating right before Amanda's eyes. And with Alida's disappearance before, no one paid attention to any of the incidents. During that time, Amanda often had a strange dream. In the dream, a frightened sheep repeatedly appeared, asking Amanda for help.
Is that room Alida's room?
And one night, it was Alida herself who appeared in that eerie dream. The faces of the souls and the sheep turned to horror.
You fool! Animals don't talk silly! Got it?
This time, Amanda was determined to get to the bottom of everything. Inside, a horrifying scene truly unfolded. Everything that happened in the dream was real, and her dear sister seemed to be behind it all.
What? Oh, we have an uninvited guest here.
But this time, Amanda was a fully grown-up light goddess, no longer allowing fear to control her.
Amanda, please, listen to me. After being trapped in the spell, I temporarily sealed the soul of the demon into the woolly sheep you saw. However, in exchange, I'm no longer human. Absorbing souls was only a way for me to live like a normal person. But even so, taking the lives of others is not acceptable. Because of you! Everything is because of you! If it weren't for saving you, I wouldn't be like this! You've taken everything from me!
Indeed, those words struck Amanda with guilt and remorse. To take responsibility, she decided to transfer her light energy to Alida to absorb, even if it meant losing her divine status. But at that decisive moment, when Alida reached out to receive the energy, Amanda sensed something amiss. On Elida's hand, there was a scar that could only have been caused by divine light. A series of events connected in her mind. In addition, the woolly sheep woke up, trying to warn her. Though difficult to discern, it was Elida's voice. In that fleeting moment, Amanda changed her mind, making a timely decision. It turned out that the Elida she had summoned was an imposter. He was the demon Baal, disguised as Elida to seize not only Amanda's powers, but also the entire fairy clan's strength. To carry out his plan, he turned Elida into a sheep and used a cursed apple to control her consciousness and exploit her mesmerizing singing voice. The truth became clear, and the two sisters mustered all their strength to defeat Baal. But he was powerful, and they were no match for him. With no other options, Amanda and Elida decided to use forbidden magic, combining their powers, even if it meant losing their divine status. Demon Baal was finally defeated, and the entire fairy clan woke up from the enchantment and control. From then on, though they no longer had magic, the sisters Amanda and Elida became closer. They joyfully helped their parents manage the clan and continued to study diligently to find a different way to restore their powers.
The story concludes here today. Thank you for your support. Every view is a huge encouragement for us to create more exciting stories. Don't forget to subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales to help us reach 1 million subscribers soon. Now, please share with WOA Fairy Tales your feelings after watching today's story. See you in the upcoming episode!
500 years ago, there was a fairy world where extraordinary creatures like fairies, monsters, and little witches lived peacefully together. There lived beautiful butterfly fairy named Galaxia, belonging to the noblest Alan lineage of the land. She possessed a pair of vibrant and splendid butterfly wings, along with a magical ability to control clouds and winds at her will. She was the only butterfly fairy in that world with such powers. Galaxia was the only daughter of the Butterfly King, who ruled the kingdom, and she was really pampered by her father. Not far away from there, in the land of Balan, there was a horse prince named Harold, living in an empire where the horse human race was the only esteemed lineage. He had horse ears that could hear sounds from miles away, serving as a weapon to determine the direction of invading enemies. His exceptional hearing had helped him win many battles on the battlefield, earning admiration from his people. Harold was also the only prince of the horse-human emperor, destined to inherit and rule the empire, making him the pride of the Balan emperor. Galaxia and Harold met during a diplomatic gathering between different nations, aiming to promote cooperation and peace. At that time, Galaxia grew bored with the parties filled with discussions of high-ranking positions, so she disguised herself as a celestial butterfly and flew away from the event. Unexpectedly, Galaxia was attacked by a fierce scorpion, causing her injury. Just as she was about to face death, the talented Prince Harold appeared in time to rescue her. That meeting sparked an immediate attraction, and they began talking with each other. They discovered they shared many common things, both being the only princess and prince of their respective lineages, resulting in loneliness as nobody dared to befriend them.
Beautiful Galaxia! Thank you for appearing in my life!
It seemed like a love story that would garner much support, but things took an unexpected turn. Their love was not accepted by their families. The Butterfly King harbored hatred for the horse-human race, as they had previously invaded and devastated his kingdom. The horse-human emperor looked down upon magical creatures, blaming them for resisting and weakening the empire of the horse-human race. Their families forbade their children from interacting.
threatening war if Galaxia and Harold didn't comply. Father, please accept our love. Harold is the only one I truly love. The Butterfly King, angered by his beloved daughter's defiance, locked Galaxia in her room. Unwilling to give up on their love, Galaxia and Harold decided to secretly escape from their families. They sought out a spider witch capable of time travel through the threads she wove with her magical silk. Galaxia and Harold expressed a desire to understand why their families harbored such hatred. The witch agreed to help them, using her spider silk to project images of 500 years ago. A dense forest appeared, depicting a life where magical creatures and the horse-human race coexisted differently from the present. Butterfly fairies couldn't fly to the sky, but could hop on beautiful flowers, relying on dandelion stems as makeshift wings. In the past, all butterfly fairies could control the wind, but over the years, only Galaxia retained this ability. Could it be that they had been cursed, causing the butterfly lineage to lose their inherent abilities? As for the horse-human race, they had sharp ears and could run as fast as the wind, jumping high like birds. They were brave warriors, always ready to fight against any invaders of their territory. They were also hot-tempered and rough, often arguing and fighting over trivial matters. Nevertheless, they still possessed a soul that yearned for a peaceful life. As Galaxia and Harold delved deeper into their respective lineages, they struggled to understand why their families held such animosity. It turned out that 500 years ago, the Butterfly King and the Horse-Human Emperor were close friends who fought against a formidable enemy, a giant dragon. Although people believed the dragon had been completely destroyed, it was still alive. The dragon used shape-shifting magic to become the Horse-Human Emperor, approached the Butterfly King, and harmed him, imparting a dangerous toxin. That toxin turned the Butterfly King ferocious and malicious, breeding hatred for the horse-human race, whom he believed had betrayed him. With a relentless desire to annihilate all lineages, the dragon passed on this toxin to the descendants of the Butterfly King, causing transformation and gradual weakening of their abilities. So it was because of that our lineage lost the ability to control the wind. Everything was out of control. The Horse-Human Emperor had indeed tried to prevent the Butterfly King and persuade him to stop the war. But the Butterfly King didn't care about what the Horse-Human Emperor had wanted to say.
You are a traitor! You're unworthy to live on this world!
Saying that, the Butterfly King continuously attacked the Horse-Human Emperor, who had no choice but to counterattack. They became embroiled in a fierce war, turning their once friendly nations into bitter enemies. Galaxia and Harold were shocked and felt deep regret for their families. They wanted to do something to correct the mistakes of the past. They sought the help of the witch to take them back in time using her magical threads. Please take us back to the past. We cannot let our nations become enemies. Time travel comes with serious consequences, and you will have to pay a significant price.
As long as the two nations achieve peace, we are willing to pay any price.
The witch agreed to use her magic to take them back 500 years. Before their eyes, everything was chaotic. The Butterfly King and the Horse-Human Emperor were locked in a fierce battle. Galaxia quickly used magic to create a gust of wind, separating the ongoing struggle between the Butterfly King and the Horse-Human Emperor. Meanwhile, Harold rushed to the Butterfly King to treat him, awakening him from his rage. Harold recounted everything to the Butterfly King about the giant dragon, helping the Butterfly King get the misunderstanding about the Horse-Human Emperor. The Butterfly King realized the harm he had caused to all kinds of beings, and especially to his dear friend. He felt really regretful. Swiftly, the Butterfly King approached the Horse-Human Emperor to apologize and express a desire for peace. The Horse-Human Emperor also forgave the Butterfly King, and together they ended the war. While everyone rejoiced in the return of peace, the dragon suddenly appeared with a malicious expression. It spewed out fiery flames, angrily incinerating everything around. Harold, with years of battlefield experience, used all his strength to fight the giant dragon. However, the dragon was too powerful and he couldn't defeat it alone. In the most critical moment, Galaxia timely protected him but got lightly injured herself. Seeing his beloved hurt, Harold became enraged and used all his strength to attack the formidable enemy. The Butterfly King and the Horse-Human Emperor joined forces with Harold and Galaxia to defeat the giant dragon. They used powerful magic to cast upon the dragon, making it unable to withstand the onslaught and vanishing into dust. After defeating the giant dragon, the war between the two kingdoms came to an end. The two kingdoms promised never to invade or harm each other again. The two kingdoms prospered and lived in prosperity. The people enjoyed a peaceful life, close-knit and full of love. Galaxia and Harold also found joy and contentment. Then, they wished to return and see the outcome of the changes in their two lineages. As the time travel period neared its end, the witch appeared to take them back, reminding them that they would have to pay a significant price. It turned out that the price the witch mentioned was the memories of Galaxia and Harold. Upon returning to the present, the two nations lived in peace, but they no longer remembered each other like strangers. The Butterfly King and the Horse-Human Emperor arranged for the princess and the prince, although unfamiliar, to be connected by an unexplainable bond. Galaxia and Harold held a wedding ceremony, witnessed and blessed by everyone. They looked into each other's eyes and felt a magical connection happening within. The two were moved and fell in love, living happily forever after. The Tree of Life is the symbol of life in the magical evergreen forest. However, the forest deity, the cold-hearted Ulani, sought to destroy it. What ignited such a fiery hatred in her heart? Let's join WOA Fairy Tales to find out. The dreamy evergreen forest was ruled by the gracious Ulani. All creatures in the forest adored her.
Is something wrong, Ulani?
Even the benevolent forest spirit, Arnold, deeply loved her. Together, they illuminated the Tree of Life. Few knew that some years ago, the beautiful forest was devastated. To revive it, Ulani selflessly sacrificed her magical heart. Eventually, Evergreen was saved, but she fell into a deep slumber. When she woke, she had forgotten her past and became much weaker. Who are you? Through Arnold's scare, the forest spirit's health gradually restored. Arnold lovingly stayed by Ulani's side at all times, except for moonless nights, when malevolent energies roamed and the people needed divine protection. To safeguard her loved ones, whenever he went outside, Arnold would lull Ulani to sleep with a magic potion, then cast a protective sealing spell to ward off all dangers. As usual, upon awakening, Ulani strolled through the enchanted forest. Suddenly, she discovered What is this? Such a peculiar necklace. Has an intruder come? Arnold! Arnold searched the forest with her, but they found no one.
It might have been some lost wanderer. Don't worry.
After that day, Ulani had strange dreams continuously. One time, she saw a human-shaped oak tree weeping. Another time, a mysterious figure stole her heart. Even more terrifying, in her dreams, the once beautiful evergreen forest withered, filled with sorrow. No! One day, she dreamt of a man's face.
I am Andrew, the messenger from hell, the owner of the necklace.
Arnold! Arnold!
Don't mention him, that evil being. Listen carefully to what I've said.
Andrew recounted how he discovered a village near Evergreen Forest, where many innocent people had mysteriously lost their lives. Their bodies and souls disappeared in a strange manner. After following the trail, he witnessed Arnold kidnapping the villagers into the forest. Andrew intended to confront and destroy Arnold, but realized he lost the magic necklace. Without it, Andrew's power diminished significantly, so he had to hide and await its discovery. Lying!
Don't mention him, that evil being. Listen carefully to what I've said. Tomorrow, when there's no moon, he will come out. Go and see for yourself. If you need to meet me, call Andrew 3 times. I must go now.
The vivid dream left Ulani restless, and doubt smoldered within her like a hidden flame. She took a daring step to follow her dream. The next night, indeed, there was no moon. She refused the potion Arnold offered and bravely stepped out of the protective circle he created. Ulani observed carefully, but saw no disturbances. Oh my, what a foolish thing I'm doing. Oh!
Suck it all out. Suck it dry.
The horrifying scene left Ulani in disbelief. She couldn't trust her own eyes. The next day, she woke up in her bed as usual.
Have you awakened, my dear?
Be gone! I've seen it all!
What did you see?
Ulani recounted what she had witnessed at the Tree of Life and her dream encounter with the messenger of the underworld, Andrew.
Ulani, it was just a dream. Last night, you slept peacefully.
Don't try to deceive me. Andrew! 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 Ulani called Andrew 3 times as instructed, but there was only silence in response. Andrew! Where are you? This can't be!
You don't believe me, do you?
For the first time, Ulani saw tears in Arnold's eyes. She suddenly realized why she doubted him. Her irrational dream had hurt him. I apologize, Arnold. From that day onwards, she encountered no more evil. Everything returned to how it used to be. Ulani decided to confess her sins at the Tree of Life. On her way, a beautiful scarf carried by the wind reminded her of something. The girl's scarf! What if the scarf was real? She secretly wished she wouldn't find it. Ulani searched every nook and cranny around the Tree of Life. Unfortunately, her worst fear came true. That night, Ulani didn't dream. She discovered that Arnold had deceived her all along. He was the evil one responsible for the innocent people's... Andrew, do you really exist?
This time, she couldn't let Arnold manipulate her anymore. Ulani acted obediently as if nothing had happened. But she had a plan. On a dark night, she followed Arnold and discovered a hidden underground chamber. When Arnold left, she descended into the mysterious depths.
Andrew! Oh my goodness!
It turned out when Arnold left, he didn't protect the villagers. Instead, he kidnapped more innocent souls.
Since when did Arnold capture you?
After meeting you.
On the day, Andrew used his magic to weave the forest spirit's dream. He caught a glimpse of Arnold's whereabouts.
So, the necklace belongs to the messenger from hell.
You coward!
Without the magic necklace, do you think you can defeat me?
The deceitful Arnold used magic to overpower the messenger from hell and imprisoned him in the dark dungeon.
Please, go this way, everyone.
Ulani! You deceived me!
Before they could go far, Arnold appeared out of nowhere.
It is you who is the deceiver. Why harm the innocent? Why?
Because that was your desire!
No way!
The truth was that the forest deity Ulani existed in the form of an oak tree. She always yearned to have legs to wander through evergreen. Arnold was just a mortal man who wanted to marry the forest deity to gain power, but she didn't love him. In response, he did everything to win her heart.
Arnold, can the supreme goddess grant me real legs?
Yes, just show her your pure heart.
But...
I will do everything to get it before the warm spring ends. Look, during spring, everything in the forest is fine. Nothing bad will happen.
Thus, the forest spirit entrusted him with her magical heart. Ulani waited through spring, summer, and winter. Then she fell into a deep slumber. With the magic in his possession, Arnold returned to the forest, sealed her memories, and created an illusory world sustained by innocent souls. There, he was a hero, loved and adored by the forest spirit. She had the legs she always wished for. Back in reality, Ulani painfully watched the dark fragments of her memories.
Now, take the necklace, dispel the chaos, and continue to live happily.
Selfish creature! Both my child and husband disappeared under this tree because of your wish.
Hush! Now defeat him!
Ulani was in extreme pain, and she made a resolute decision.
No!
The forest deity Ulani and the evergreen forest returned to their original forms.
You fool! These people will pay the price for what you've done! Come here! Ulani, wake up quickly!
Ulani immersed herself in her past, back when she was a vibrant forest deity.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Ulani, we all love you.
Your pure heart will always be yours. That's right. My heart is still mine. So you thought the magic was yours, didn't you?
It turns out that the power of the heart is closely tied to the owner's life. When Ulani is no more, it becomes worthless.
Take both of us to hell. Let's go!
With no other choice, Andrew used the magic necklace on both of them. The forest deity disappeared along with the greedy Arnold. Evergreen Forest was reborn. This story is so sad.
But that's not the final ending.
Indeed, Ulani, the benevolent forest spirit, was reborn and continued to rule over the forest.
The forest deity herself sat sadly, listening to her own story.